Chalo. Good morning, guys. Perfect. From today's class, we're going to start doing sums and all. But before we start doing sums, I think there is something really important you and I have to discuss together. Yes. One is, first of all, how to become a good tax professional. The problem is very simple. When you were in CA Inter also, you might have seen a certain pattern where your faculty would have taught you salaries, HP, PGBP. Suddenly you start doing tax rates. Suddenly you start talking about return filings. You don't have a proper template or a proper sequence. As a professional, when you work as a tax guy, you need to know how to approach the chapters first of all. Yes, and therefore the first and the most important thing between you and me is to first realize where to start and how to end. Yes, so what we're going to do today is that imagine today you and I become tax professional and a client comes to us for an advice. What and all should we keep in mind before we make a final tax return for him? Yes, so we're going to walk through the whole journey of a tax practitioner, see how you understand things. This whole journey is what I generally call as golden rules of taxation. Yes, so I have around 20-25 rules at CA final. You're going to follow the 25 rules. If you do it properly, you will basically understand the whole flow of taxation in the whole income tax. Are we clear? Yes. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the last page of our books. You're going to go to the last page of your books and you're going to write along with me the golden rules of taxation so that you have it as a reference point for all your future discussions. Yes, on the last page of your book, you're going to go with golden rules of taxation. Golden rules of taxation. Yes, now for those people who have learned Inter with me, we had around 15 steps, I think 14-15 steps. At CA final, this is going to cross 30. Yes, we're going to dump the double 2 of it. Yes, we're going to do it properly. Let's see if you understand it. Golden rules of taxation, people. Under that, we go with step number 1. Under that, we go with step number 1. Yes, the first and the most important thing, when a person comes to you for an advice, the first thing you need to do is start giving him advices. Tell him this is what Nirmala ma'am is asking. No, what will you sit with him? Very good. You'll first sit with him, ask him the right questions. You'll come and ask him what is your requirement, what is the data and everything. So step number 1 is identifying the question and its requirements. Identifying the question and its requirements. Yep. Step number 2. Yes, now people, when a client comes to you and comes and asks you for advices, you may have multiple things going around. He may come and ask him for his personal income tax, or he may come and ask from a company perspective as well. Now you and I both know rules change when you change a person. Yes, so every time a person changes, the rule also changes. So next is step number 2 to identify the person and his residential status. Step number 2 is identifying the person and his residential status. Divyansh, take a book. Step number 2 is identifying the person and his residential status. Yes, people, at this stage, he will then confirm to you, I am an individual, I am a company, I am a firm, whatever it is. And then he'll also confirm to you what is his status, whether he is resident, RNOR, non-resident. Why does it make an impact? People, if he's an ROR, I don't really care because everything is taxable. But if he's RNOR or NR, I may come and say probably some things are not taxable. Yes, which becomes step number 3. Step number 3 is determining whether his income is taxable or not. Step number 3 is determining whether his income is taxable or not. People, I'm sitting with him, I'm trying to understand whether something is taxable or not. What and all am I looking at? No. Sources of income will not tell you whether it's taxable. It will only tell you what his income is. I'm asking whether it is taxable or not. How does something become taxable or not, people? We will first start asking him certain questions. First, is it an income from outside India? If he tells yes, then I will look, oh, ROR, outside India is also taxable. But if NR, not taxable, which means first thing I will ask is what is his residential status? Already confirmed above. After residential status, you might have learned a topic called scope of total income. Section 5. Section 5 will come and tell whether you should tax it or not. Yes or no? Yes. So within bracket STI. STI is scope of total income. Done. Yes. Now people, imagine he comes and says, no, this is Indian income. There may still be a possibility that may not be taxable. How? If it is exempted, yes or no? So scope of total income. Next line is, sorry, continue forward. It is exemption. STI exemption. Yes, at this stage, people, you are a CA. He's coming and asking you for advice. You may think it is taxable, but you're doubtful. It's a very serious case, high risk case. In that case, what will you generally give as an advice? Sir, I believe it is taxable, but maybe tax authorities can take a difference of opinion. At which stage I told you in day 0 that we have an option. We can go and approach authorities, ask for a, very good, ask for an advance ruling. I can go and ask for an advance ruling. I can say, sir, today itself you tell me whether it is taxable or not. So advance ruling can also help. Yes, so comma, advance ruling. 4 is called safe harbor. 4 is called safe harbor and 5 is called APA. 5 is called APA. Last two things I will explain, note down. Yes, so it is STI exemption, advance ruling, safe harbor and APA. Yes, people, sorry, I'll tell you. Yes, safe harbor and APA. Any doubts on this? Yes, now let's understand these two words, people. One is safe harbor, the other is APA. We discussed in day 0, there is something called transfer pricing. A case where you're doing transactions with a related party and there is a risk that you want something to be at market prices. Yes, so imagine a very simple scenario. Rahul is going to sell something to his group company. Rahul sold it for 100 rupees. Department comes to me and says, why did you sell for 100? Why did you not sell for 400? And I'm like, sir, what basis did you arrive 400? Yes or no? At which stage, what will he say? He'll say, Rahul, I did a market search and the market search is telling everyone else is selling for 400. You are the only one selling for 100. Matlab, am I at market price? No. Now there is a simple problem. People, I'm selling goods only. No. Imagine you're running a general store. Someone comes and asks for toothpaste. Yes, that guy you will sell at MRP because he asked one toothpaste. But someone else may come and take a box and go. Will you sell at same price? Matlab, sale values can keep changing, which means there is a certain problem. The problem is today I'm selling it for 100 rupees because my group company may be getting it at bulk values. I may not be selling it for 100 rupees for different reasons altogether also. Maybe he's not making good margins. He's not in a position to pay. There can be multiple things going on. Yes, but for this reason, if assessing officer keeps questioning you every year he comes and says, today beta it is 400, next year it is 600, next year it is 800. Will you sit and calculate transfer pricing every year? Becomes a painful process. Yes, at that stage income tax realized, let's bring in something called as safe harbor rules. Safe harbor rules is where income tax says, for this transaction, I have an expectation. My expectation is you will make a 40% margin. Example. Which means if you achieve 40% margin, will department question? No. If you make 20% margin, department will question. Yes. Which means today itself, the moment I calculated it is 40% and I've offered 40%. Am I safe? Am I safe? That is called safe harbor rules. That is called safe harbor rules. Any doubts on this? Yes. Next one is called APA. It's again a transfer pricing thing, which is called, anyone? It's called advanced pricing agreements. It's called advanced pricing agreements. The name suggests it's advanced pricing agreement. Matlab agreeing on a price in advance. Yes. Think the same example. People, government expected 40%. Now, if you give 40%, government is happy. But what if you're not able to make 40%? Your market is not working in a manner that you can do 40%. In that case, you are subject to litigations. At this stage, what will you do? You may probably want to approach the authority and tell, sir, you are expecting 40. I don't deny it. But my business does not work on 40% margin. It can only do 30. These are the reasons. You go, you explain him the reasons. He gets convinced. What will he say? Let's do 30, no problem. Yes, matlab today itself I have agreed with him that I will do 30. Now imagine people, he's agreed to 30. I have also agreed to 30. Tomorrow will he raise a question to me? No, matlab I got certainty today itself. The certainty has come selling I will not be taxable more than 30% in the future. That is what APA does for you. Yes, technically if you think advance ruling and APA are the same. Because in advance ruling also I'm getting an advance notice that I don't want it to be taxed. In APA also I'm getting an advance notice that I want to tax at this number. What is the difference? They both are costly. No, the difference is advanced ruling talks about transactions and advanced pricing talks about margins. Talks about margins. Matlab, in advanced ruling, I cannot come and say, sir, I want to make 20% margin. We will not look into it. Advanced ruling will come and say taxable or not taxable, matter over. APA will come and talk about if you are going to tax, how much you should earn. I know. That is what the difference is, people. And no, both are costly. Both are hell costly. In advanced ruling, I think you have to pay around 20 lakhs. I told you last thing. APA, you have to pay around 20-25 lakhs. APA, you have to pay around 20-25 lakhs. And advanced ruling is also around 15-20 lakhs. Yes. By the way, that is the fees you have to pay to the government. Apart from that, the consultation fees. Obviously, you are not going to approach. You need to appoint a CA for it. A big four will come and join you. If department itself is asking 25 lakhs, CA is definitely going to ask 1 crore bare minimum. Yes, any APA people, if you go, I was, for example, when I was engaged in an APA for my company, we had engaged PwC for it. Yes, our fees to APA authorities was 25 lakhs. PwC charged us 1.2 crores extra. Finally, you know what happened? We never went into APA itself. We did not go into APA because the tax authority was like, boss, I don't care what and all margins you're doing. I want a margin where you're making 100% profit. And I'm like, sir, you are very senior to me, so I can't use bad words. Yes, otherwise I would have slapped on the face only. People, who is going to make 100% margin in a transaction? Does that make sense? No. I went and I fought with him. I'm like, sir, 100% margin, no, not possible. He's like, oh, you're feeling bad. Here, 5% relief, make 95% margin. I'm like, sir, God only you are. 5% relief you're giving to me. Yes, we had to abandon the APA. 1.5 crores. Swaha. Out of the pocket. 1.5 crores I could have given by my company itself. I could have paid tax of 1.5 crores. Life would have been better. Officer would have looked at me and he would have praised me better. Yes, absolute waste of money APAs are. APAs are a very risky thing, people, because if you get it, amazing. If you don't get it, complete loss. Yes, so therefore you have to be very careful on these kind of transactions. But yes, these are all things which you do in advance itself, before even a transaction takes place. Yes, so these are all advices which you generally end up giving. Any doubts on this? Yes. Now imagine you have found a person has told his status, you have determined whether the income is taxable or not. At this stage you have understood, okay, income is taxable. What will you do? What will you do? Very good. You will start classifying them. Yes, that is step number 4. That is step number 4. Classify the incomes into 5 heads. Very good. Classify the income into 5 heads. Classify the income into 5 heads slash charitable receipts. Slash charitable receipts. People, just because your income is taxable does not mean everyone will pay tax. Imagine you went to tax authorities and came and said, sir, I'm a charitable trust. You think you're going to pay tax on it? You think you're going to pay tax? No. He will say, okay, you're a charitable trust. I have some conditions you fulfill. You fulfill the conditions, I will give you exemption. That is what charitable receipts all about. Yes. Step number 5. People, your revenue has gone into respective heads. What are you now going to do? You're going to go to the respective head and check whether it is deductible, what are the deductions you can claim, what are the expenses you can claim. All those things will be discussed of. Step number 5, provide necessary deductions. Provide necessary deductions slash application of income. Provide necessary deductions slash application of income. People, we learned application. What is application? The power in my hands to spend money wherever I want. Diversion is where we discussed the power is not in my hands, someone is passing on the money. But application matlab power is in my hands, I can spend wherever I want, which means Rahul is receiving 1 crore ka sale. People, it's not going to come free, no. I need to spend money, purchases, expenditures, electricity cost and all those things. Those things are nothing but application. Choice is mine. If I want to spend, I will spend. If not, I will not spend. Simple, straightforward. I know. Yes, come on, that's the answer. Point number 6. You have gone to the heads, you have classified the income into heads. You have now taken all the deductions also you want. So you now have income from each head. You will total the income from each head. What will you arrive at? You'll arrive at gross total income. But at this stage, people, there may be possibility that you may have done some fraud and all. You may have transferred your money to someone else. You may have transferred your money to someone else. At which stage income tax will say, beta, why are you transferring money and all? Whose money is this? Your money. Who should pay tax? You should pay tax. Who's having the money? He's having the money. But who's paying tax? You are paying the tax. This is what we learned in interest. Very good. Step number 6 is clubbing of incomes. Step number 6 is clubbing of incomes. Done? Yes. People, I have now clubbed someone else's income also, which means I have all the incomes I have to pay tax on. Income tax department says, beta, takes. I'm like, sir, wait, tax and all, okay. I made income, you are asking me tax. I may also have, very good. I may also have losses. First, give me refund. Yes or no? Yes. If I make income, you will ask tax. If I make loss, I will ask refund. Department will say, beta, why time pass? Let's. Amazing. That's the answer. Step number 7 is set off of losses. Set off of losses / UD. Set off of, what is UD? Unabsorbed depreciation. Set off of losses / UD. Arjun.
Yes, a small doubt. Won't we do the clubbing of income before providing for the deductions to get like my total gross total income?
Always. Deductions is always the last thing you do.
Okay.
First, there is always clubbing because you need to know what incomes are taxable, at which stage you will set off your losses, and only then deduction comes into picture. I don't know if you know this from inter-syllabus people, but please note, deductions happens after losses. Know that? Yes, because if you notice carefully, deductions is of current year data, but losses may also be of past year. At which stage people started saying, let's do one thing. Current year set-offs I will do, and then only I'll bring past year data. Income tax said, no, first last year loss to be set off, then only deductions, because deductions has a problem. If you're not able to utilize deductions, can you carry forward? That is why deductions gets wasted, and therefore income tax made it very clear, beta, first set off, then only deductions, because then only I will make more tax. I will only make more tax. Yes. So now you have provided what? Set off of losses. You have provided set off of losses. Full stop. Continue. Full stop and continue. Sorry, Arjun.
No, sorry to interrupt. The step 5 we've mentioned provide the necessary deductions before the clubbing of.
No, the deductions in step 5 which I'm talking about is not the deductions of chapter 6A. I'm talking about the deductions of the respective heads.
Okay.
Like for example, in salaries you have a standard deduction.
50,000.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Step number 7. This will give you gross total income. Step number 7. This will give you gross total income. Continue, people. Apply. Continue. Yes. At step 7, I have now arrived at GTI. Next. Chapter 8. Yes, new chapter 8 deduction. So it is step number 8. Step number 8 is called claim chapter 8 deductions. Claim chapter 8 deductions. Please notice 8 is Roman numerals. Yes, so it is called claim chapter 8 deductions. People, if you deduct chapter 8, what will you get? Full stop. This will arrive at total income. This will arrive at total income. Now, I'm not sure if you know this, people. Every time you have a total income, there is a mandate. Very good. 2 nearest. Very good. Within bracket. This will arrive at total income within bracket. Round off to rupees 10. Round off to rupees 10. That's a mandate, people. Not rounding off is a violation of a law. It's a clear violation of a law because it's given in the act itself, which means as a CA student, if in exam you get a total income and you forget to round off, you will get negative marks. ICI will automatically start putting out negative marks, coming and saying you have not followed the law properly. You will lose 0.5 or 1 mark also. Yes, so you have to be very careful on that. Clear? Yes, round off has been done. People, you now have your total income in your hand. What is the next step? Pay tax. Come on. Step number 9 is compute tax as per normal regime. Step number 9 is compute tax as per normal regime. Hey, what does normal regime mean? The base limits of 2 lakh 50, 3 lakhs and 5 lakhs, the old tax regimes. That is what we call as normal tax regime. Here is a clarification for you people. Until last year in the old income tax, we used to use the word DTR and ATR. Yes, in the current year when the new income tax was being launched, the heading of the chapter has been changed. Now it is called new tax regimes. Matlab the whole series of 115 which you learned earlier is now called new tax regimes, which means everything else has now become, either you call it old tax regime or you call it normal tax regime. That's what we're going to refer going forward. Yes, so it is called computing tax as per normal tax regime within bracket Finance Act. Within bracket Finance Act. Yes, step number 10. Step number 10. People, whenever you calculate something as per old tax regime, there is another mandate. There is another mandate. Anyone knows? What is it called? Minimum alternate tax and alternate minimum tax. You have two separate things, people. One is called MAT, one is called AMT. Both are part of CA final syllabus. My discussions to take place. Step number 10 is compute tax as per MAT / AMT. I'm assuming AMT is what you would have learned at inter syllabus. You had it in inter, people. For non-companies, it is AMT, and for companies, it is MAT. It is MAT within bracket section 206. The new sections of MAT and AMT are clubbed together and become 206. Yes, so we now read MAT and AMT under section 206. Clear? Yes, step number 11. People, you have calculated tax as per old regime. Can you give your advice only as per old regime? Should also give advice as per new regime. Step number 11. Step number 11 is compute tax as per new tax regimes. Step number 11 is compute tax as per new tax regimes within bracket section 200, 201, 202, 203, 204. Yes, so 200, 201, 202, 203, 204, which in the past you would have learnt as section 115 BAA, BAB, BAC, BAD and BAE. Yes, that is what it is. Now it has become 200 series. So it is 200 to 204. Same logic, people. 200 is 115 BAA. 201 is 115 BAB. 202 is 115 BAC. So the default tax regime right now is 202. The default tax regime is right now 202. The next two things are for cooperative societies. So cooperative societies, what a BAD and BAE is what the new tax regimes are. Are we clear? Yes, good. Now people, a client is sitting before you. You have now calculated the tax. The tax has come as follows. You have now basically come and told that in the old tax regime, my tax is coming as rupees 3 lakhs. The normal tax regime, you call it NTR. Yes, and then in the new tax regime, the DTR, if I have to put it that way. Yes, in the DTR, when I calculated, tax is coming as 2 lakhs. Tell me, what will you prefer? What will you prefer? As a consultant to your client, what will you recommend? New or old? Sorry, DTR or NTR? You'll recommend DTR, obviously, whichever is lower. Correct, not correct? Yes, same logic. I am telling you, NTR is showing 2 lakhs and DTR is showing 3 lakhs. You will recommend? You'll recommend NTR, whichever is lower. But there is a problem. If you notice, we just discussed there is something called MAT also. Yes, now I don't know how many of you understand MAT, but I'm clarifying this to you. People, MAT is basically minimum alternate tax. Matlab government says, beta, this is my expectation from you. This is my expectation from you. Not in the new regime, only in the old regime. Matlab, now notice, in my old regime number was 2 lakhs. Matlab, I was ready to pay 2 lakhs. Government said, beta, I am expecting 4 lakhs, whichever is very good, whichever is higher. Matlab, I'll have to pay. Correct, not correct? Yes. Matlab, now old regime is asking for 4 lakhs and new regime is asking, you will prefer basically first to whichever is Very good. And everything whichever is the right answer. Is the right answer. Yes. This is the kind of templates and formats Rahul I will teach you people. So don't worry about it. This is what we're going to learn in examination. Yes. Step number 12. Step number 12 is step number 9. 9. Step number 12 is step number 9 versus step number 10. Step number 9 versus step number 10, whichever is whichever is very good, whichever is higher, versus step number 11 versus step number 11, whichever is lower. Yes, so it is step 9 or step 10, whichever is higher, versus step 11, whichever is lower. I'm assuming you understand this, people. If you don't, also don't worry. When we go to MAT and AMT, I'll explain this once again. Right now, this is the format. Yes, so at this stage, you have sat with your client and you have come and told, okay, sir, I have to pay 3 lakh rupees. Yes, client says, okay, let's pay 3 lakh rupees. How and all will he pay this? TDS, advance tax, self-assessment tax, TCS, very good. Then these 4 things you have done in life. Apart from that, people, you may be possible that last year and all you might have paid extra for MAT and all. Last year you would have paid extra for MAT, so you will come and say, sir, this year I want MAT credit. I will not pay that much extra. Yes, at the same time, because you're at CA final, I told you there may be a possibility that you may have to pay tax in 2 countries. Which means you might have paid tax already in US. Will you again pay tax in India? What will you say, sir? Yes, I know I have to pay 2 lakhs. But in that 2 lakhs, 1 lakh I already paid in US. To India, I will only pay 1 lakh. Matlab, government now has to give you credit of 1 lakh. From what? From what? Taxes which is paid in foreign country. Therefore, it is called foreign tax credit. Very good. It's called FTC. It's called FTC. Yes. Step number 13 is called claim TDS, TCS, advance tax. Claim TDS, TCS, advance tax, self-assessment tax, FTC, which is foreign tax credit, MAT/AMT credits, MAT/AMT credits, rebate. What is rebate? Below 7 lakhs a day. 7 lakhs, 5 lakhs, no? Oh, old is 5, not 7. Old is 5, new is 12. That is the rebate. Yes, basically you are poor in India. If you are poor in India, I'll give you a rebate under section. Very good. The old is called 87A, the new is called 156. Yes, so rebate, relief. It's called marginal relief and marginal rebates. Yes, so relief, partial integration, partial integration. Any guesses? Very good. Agricultural incomes. Yes, so we have TDS, TCS, advance tax, self-assessment tax, FTCs, AMT and MAT credits. Then we have rebate, reliefs and partial integrations. You've claimed all your credits, people. Taxes have been paid off. What is the next step? Claim? You paid tax, so you'll go and ask refund. For asking refund, you have to. That's the next step, no, people. Yes, so you're going to basically file a return. But before filing return, department will also come and tell, no, beta, you paid tax, no problem. But when did you pay is the question. Did you pay on time? If you did not pay on time, I'll ask you. Very good. Step number 14. Step number 14 is add interests. Step number 14 is add interest. Do you know the interest section numbers in old law? It's called 234A, B, and C. The new section numbers are 423, 424, and 425. Yes, the only way I remembered it is people because 234 became 423. Yes, so it became 423, 424, and 425. So it is add interest, comma, late filing fee, comma, late filing fee. Any idea? Very good. 234F is called 428 now, I think. It's called 428. Yes, so 234F. But yes, people, for your attempt, I'm not sure if it is there for your return filing for this year, but for your attempt, you now have additional late filings coming in. For those who know, people, the amendment of Finance 26 came and clarified that from this year, for tax audit and for TP reports, we will not levy penalty anymore. We will start levying fees. Yes, so from this year, you're now liable for late filing fees on your tax audits and all. Until last year, people, if you don't file your tax audit on time, you still had no problems. Department may later come back and ask for that 0.5 percentage or 1,50,000, whichever is lower. Yes, so there was a tax audit penalty in the past, which was 0.5 or 1,50,000, whichever is lower. From this attempt, it has been changed. From this attempt, if you don't file your tax audit on time, for the first month, they will ask you 75,000. For the next month, they'll ask you 1,50,000. Yes, which means from now, it's a mandatory payment. Earlier, it was penalty. Matlab, you can choose not to pay. Department will come and ask for it. Until department asks, you will not pay it. But from now, it is a late filing fee. Matlab, when you're filing the return itself, department will say, beta, first fees and then only file. Yes or no? So in the income tax return itself, nowadays, I don't know it will happen for you. I think it will happen for you also. On the 31st October, when you're filing a tax return, you will have to mention saying tax or it was filed on this date. If the date shows after 30th September, the return will automatically calculate late filing fee of 75,000. It will automatically calculate late filing fee of 75,000 and then only let you file the return. That is a mandate which has been prescribed right now, which means now you have to make sure that your compliances are on time. Are we clear? Yes, that is what the law is. Late filing fee, comma. Done. No. Add interest, late filing fee. Yes, full stop. Full stop. This will give the final tax liability. This will give the final tax liability. People, if total income is getting rounded off, tax is also getting rounded off. Within bracket, round off to the nearest 10. Within bracket, round off to the nearest 10. You will notice one thing, people, I am not rounding off at regime level. I am not rounding off at credit level also. I am only rounding off after final payoff, which means what is that number which I have to pay, that number gets rounded off. And that is what I want you to remember for CA final as well. At CA inter, it was not a problem because question number 1, compulsory question will say compute tax. You will take the tax, you will round off there itself because there you never had credits. But at CA final level, they will start giving you credits also. They'll start asking you to calculate interest and penalty also. Please make sure you add everything. Final answer alone which you submit to ICI should be rounded off. So that's an understanding to be kept, which means round off only happens at step number 14. Be clear on that. Yes, people, you have found your tax, you have paid your tax also. You're ready to file a return, but filing pandadhukku munadi. Return file tavara. Department will also ask you to get some more documents like certificate. People, before you file a return, you're going to file return on 31st October. Before filing return, you have other things to also do. Very good. You have to get tax audit also. If you are having international transactions, TP reports, which means you cannot file return just like that. First, you need CA certificates. Yes, that is step number 15. That is step number 15, obtaining audit certificates. Obtaining audit certificates within bracket TAR. Within bracket TAR. Next is called TP. One more is called NPO. Any guesses? NPO is called non-profit organizations. Yes, a clarification to you people, until last year in the old laws, we used to call them charitable trusts. From the current year, income tax has made it clear, the word has been abolished. We don't have the concept of charitable trust anymore. Now it's called non-profit organizations. Yes, so from this attempt forward, there is no more concept of charitable trust. It's called NPOs. That is what the concept is. And if you are an NPO availing exemption, you are saying, sir, I'm a charitable trust, I want full exemption, you need a CA certificate. You need a CA certificate. I think in the past it was called 10BB for those who have done it. Yes, so it's called 10BB. I don't know the new section number, people. I'm sorry. The new font number has not been discussed with me. TP report was, I don't remember the TP report, but I know the tax audit. Tax audit is 26. The new tax audit form number is called 26. Earlier it was 3CA plus 3CB plus 3CD. Yes, all the three have been merged together. Now it is 26. Yes, that is what I remember. Other things I don't remember exactly. I believe it was 145 for TP. I think so it was 145, but I still have to check it. It's been a long time. Yes, so that is what the form numbers are. Yes, now you have done your audit certificate. Things are sorted. You can, step number 16. Step number 16 is filing of return. Filing of return. But because you're a CA finance student, people, you also need to know, when you file returns, you don't just file returns, you also file some additional forms. Ever filed some additional forms along with the returns? People who have handled non-individual returns, corporate returns, you might have been asked to file some additional forms. 10, what is that? Declaration it is for the regime, not a form. And that's what, the special regime forms, 10 IB, 10 IB. I'm not talking about the declarations, I'm talking about forms. 15 CACB does not happen during tax return filings. That's a regular payment thing, no? Something else. No one has handled international taxations, is it? No. When you file transfer pricing, people, transfer pricing, you get a certificate. That is a fine thing. But apart from that, transfer pricing also requires you to file some additional documents. One is called master file. One is called CBCR. What is CBCR? No idea. It's called country by country reportings. Yes, so you have master file, CBCR. Hey, one thing you definitely would have filed on 31st May. Very good. You have SFT to files. Yes, you have SFT to file. So these are all the forms also which are required for you people. That is what I'm telling you, as a tax professional, finding out tax is not your job. There are so many other compliances that you should be careful of. You have SFT to file, you have CBCR to file, master file to file. You also have some additional files. I don't know if you have it, but you have crypto reportings now. Have you heard about it? No. If you're ever going to work in, if you're ever going to be in tradings of crypto, now you will get a crypto certificate. They'll come and clarify that you have done these much cryptos. Matlab India may no more hiding of cryptos. It will be disclosed automatically. If you have handled FEMA, you might have done some additional forms in FEMA. Anyone who's handled FEMA? No? No, you have something called FLAs, foreign liabilities and assets disclosures. FLAs have to be filed there. These are all the forms which you have as a part of the reporting, people. Missing out one form will cause penalties. Automatically. Yes, so I'll give you all the compliance deadlines as we proceed on. By the end of the batch, you will at least know what are the forms to be filed, so that you can at least go back in your office and check if your company is approved. Yes, so let's check that off. Yes, so filing returns and forms within bracket is SFT, comma CBCR. B is alone small, everything else is capital. CBCR, B is small, everything else is capital. CBCR, obviously, people, country by is a preposition, and therefore CBCR, and the next one is called master file. Yes, by now you would have realized there is so much in tax that you don't know. Step 17. Step 17. People, you file your return. And traditionally, whenever you file a return, you know one thing for sure. Oh shit, everything is wrong, which means you now need to. Step 17. Revise returns if necessary. Revise returns if necessary. Rectify defects if any. Revise returns if necessary. Rectify defects if any. Does anyone know the due date for filing revised return? 31st? Very good. It was 31st December, and from current year it is 31st March, but the amendment comes and clarifies up to December no late fee. After December you have to now pay a late fee of 5,000. Yes, which means if you want to revise your return anywhere between the period Jan to March, a filing fee of 5,000 will be levied to you going forward. That's a mandate given to you now. Yes, come on. Step number 18. Step number 18. Yes, people, the return which you filed also is wrong. The revision which you did is also wrong. At this stage, department came back to you, came and said, beta, you have two choices. Either I will pick you up for assessment and send you to jail, or you file an updated return. Yes, step number 18 is filing updated return. Step number 18 is filing any updated return. Tell me people, you will file updated return for refund or for additional tax? Which means updated return can only be filed in department's favor. Yes, so it is filing of updated return for any miss outs. For any miss outs. Yes, but there is a problem with updated return, people. Whenever you pay updated return, you have to also pay additional taxes. Anyone remember the numbers? Very good. For the first year, it is 25. Second year, it is 50. Third year is First year is 25, second year is 50, third year is 60, and fourth year is 70. Yes, which means if 100 rupees is spending for department, you'll now have to pay 170 rupees when you file it in the fourth year. That's a mandate which has been given to you. Yes, so that's additional tax. Pay additional tax. Pay additional tax. This is what you technically would have done at CA Inter level. At CA Inter level, your life would have been completed here because when you file return, CA Inter syllabus would have got over. Now you're entering with me in CA final. Yes, at CA final level, your returns have been filed. You are happy. Someone else is not. Which means now department is going to start screwing your life. Yes, which means department is going to come back to you and come and say, beta, whatever you filed is wrong. I will tell you how to file. Yes, which means at this stage, department is going to launch assessment. Department is going to launch assessment. But to launch assessment, he has to first give you a obviously notice and an intimation. Yes, that is what we're discussing. Step number 19 is receive intimation. Receive intimation. Anyone who's handled this practically? Section number? Very good. It was called section 143.1. The new section number is 271. Receive intimation under section 271. People, intimation will be given to everyone, whether you get picked up or not. But if you're getting picked up, I will now send you notice under section 140. Very good. 143.2. You'll be given a notice under 143.2. Under the new section of Income Tax Act, it is 278. So it is receiving intimation under 271, comma, notice under 278. 278. Yes, people, notice has been sent to me. They've informed me that Rahul, I am going to check your books. I'm going to check your books, which means now they will start the process. What will they do? Ask questions. They'll ask you questions. They will ask you questions. I will have to respond everything on time. Yes. Step number 20. Step number 20 is queries are raised. Queries are raised in the old law under section. Very good. In the old law, it was 142.1. In the new law, it is 268.1. Queries are raised under 268.1. Yes, people, at this stage, if he finds out that the transactions are too complicated, I am not able to do it myself. Probably there are international transactions. I may have to refer the case to TP. Just to clarify to you, TP matters will not be handled by your officer. He doesn't have authority. He will have to find a special person. A special person is called TPO. Full form is full stop and continue. Full stop and continue. Case is referred to TPO if required. Case is referred to TPO if required. Yes, people, notice sent, queries asked, I responded, everything is sorted. Time to close the matter by passing an order. Old section says 143. Very good. Old section was 143.3. Yes, 21. Step 21 says AO will pass an order under section AO will pass an order under section 270(10). AO will pass an order under section 270(10). People, 270(10) will be given to you if you responded on time. We're not playing nice with him. We're not playing nice with him. He has an option to go. You don't play nice to him. He's asking you queries. You're not responding itself. You're ignoring him basically. Yes, you've done it for other people. You're ignoring him also. People, other people will let you go. Department will not let you go. Department will say, beta, if you don't respond to me, I will assume whatever I want. This is called. Very good. I heard it. No. 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 People, he is doing assessment. You're not responding to him. Matlab, he has to complete the assessment. No. How will he complete the assessment? He doesn't have data itself. He will pass an order based on his wish. Based on his wish. That wish is called BJA. Help. AI will help you. A is assessment. BJ is very good. BJ is called best judgment assessment. A separate section was 144. You had a separate section called 144, which basically said if the department is asking queries, bloody respond. If you don't respond on time and I get pissed off, I will close your assessment immediately and I will start a separate assessment called BJA, best judgment assessment, in which case I will tell, since you are not responding, I have my choice. I can do whatever I wish. Based on the documents I have, if I feel like you have made 100% profit, I will put 100% profit. Can you now object? Why? Because never responded, no. If you don't respond, this is what I will do with you. Yes, that is called best judgment assessment. New section number is 271. Yes, so it is assessment order will be passed under section 270(10)/271. Yes, but at this stage, we have an alternate route. People, if the matter was referred to transfer pricing officer, in that case, TPO would have first passed an order. That order, which you would have come to it. Yes, at this stage, you will be given an alternate route. Normally, I told you, your appeal matters go in 4 levels. CIT, ITAT, High Court, and but if a transfer pricing matter gets involved, I have an alternate route. Instead of going to CITA, I can now go to a different party altogether. The party is called DRP. The party is called DRP. It's called dispute resolution mechanism. Logic was very simple. People, you file an appeal to CITA. He will give you the order tomorrow itself. Correct, no? He's that respective enough. He'll be like, beta, you came to me, no? Here, tomorrow itself, I'll give you order. Will he give it that fast? No. CITA and all has a recommendatory time limit of 1 year. And I'm using my words very carefully. Recommendatory time limit of 1 year. Matlab, ennoda ishtam. Panna munja 1 year. Illana, I can keep it forever. Yes, I'll tell you very honestly, people, in my company right now, I have an CIT order pending of 2006. I have an CIT order even now pending of 2006. It is pending with CIT department. He's like, pa, we'll check. We'll see whatever can happen. From 2006 to 2025, 5 different CFOs have left. 2 of the corporate finance people have died. Rahul is right now sitting there waiting on the 2006 order to close. That is the problem with CITA. Matters will never close in India. That is the bigger issue. Yes. At that stage, the bigger problem which happened is in transfer pricing matters, if you take this long, it will become a painful process. Because if first year itself, I don't know what the pricing is, next year and all, it will become the same issue. Appo what will happen? Every year I'll keep passing assessment order. Every year I have to go for appeal. People, imagine at one single day, 20 appeals are pending. You'll get tens, no. Yes. At that stage, India decided we'll release an alternate scheme where they said, if you don't want to go to CIT and waste time, you can now approach another person called DRP. And DRP has a restricted timeline. He has to complete the assessment in 9 months. Matlab, in 9 months, you'll have an assurity. Whether I win or I lose, it doesn't matter. Yes, better no, people. Better no. DRP also has a second benefit. If CITLA, I get a favorable order, department can file an appeal to ITAT. But in DRP, if Rahul gets a favorable order, DRP cannot file an appeal. Matlab, 2 benefits, on time and certainty gone. Certainty gone. That is where people, there is a big problem which started in India. A big problem which started in India. DRP realized if I give the case in assessee's favor, department loses their right to appeal. What is happening right now? DRP's 99.9% track record is to always give it against the assessee. Yes, they don't give a single judgment. Very, very rarely you'll get a judgment favorable from DRP, and they have confirmed it very clearly. We will only give you a favorable judgment if Supreme Court says. Which means only if Supreme Court has given a favorable order, you will get a favorable order from me. Otherwise, you will never get a favorable order. Even if High Court of that location says favorable, they will not give it. They'll be like, High Court then. May department can also appeal to Supreme Court. So we'll wait until then. So I will give an unfavorable order. You have a problem? Go file an appeal to ITAT. Yes. So DRP has become the worst thing right now, people. Right now, people are not even going to DRP because they are like, we are anyway going to lose. What is the point of going to DRP? There is only one reason people go to DRP now. It comes faster. Yes. Now, people, logic is very simple. If it's a transfer pricing matter, you think CITA will also give it in your favor? No. You know, CITA will also not give it in your favor. DRP is also not going to give it in your favor. You are relying on ITAT to close it. Yes. Now you have two choices. Go to CITA for 10 years and then go to ITAT for another 10 years. Or you close DRP in 9 months and then go to ITAT for 10 years. Faster at least. Yes. That is what people are using DRP for. Yes. So DRP has right now become a route for you to quickly go to ITAT. Other than that, no one expects anything from DRP right now. Yes. Worst DRP has become right now. People, you're an appellate body. Your job is to pass judgments properly. If you're going to be department centric, then at which point of time are you an appellate body? Yes or no? Yes, so that is the problem with DRP, but one of the worst things happening right now. Yes, for you to know practically if you ever enter into transfer pricing matters. Yes, full stop, continue. It's only for transfer pricing and international taxation matters. You cannot go for domestic taxation there. That's a rule. Yes, full stop and continue. Draft order. Draft order if TP matters. Draft order if TP matters. So you got an order either under 270.10 or 271 if it is non-TP matters, or you got a draft order under TP matters. People, any order which you get, you think department is making it very pakka, ChatGPT use pandranga, making it stupid enough. You would have seen 99.9% of the chances orders are always wrong only. Yes, suddenly you will see that in your order you are eligible for a refund of 4 crores. So you are waiting, your order will get passed, I will get 4 crores ka refund. Suddenly order comes and says tax payable 0, TDS paid 4 crores. You are waiting, oh, matlab refund pakka. Next line will come and say interest under 234A 4 crores. And tax amount becomes, you're like, sir, tax income itself is 0, tax is also 0. How did interest under 234A come? 234A also comes only when you file return late. Return was never filed late. Even if return was filed late, my tax payable is 0 only. No. Appa, what did you levy interest on? Yes or no? Yes, I'm not even kidding. This is an actual reality. This is what departments do. Because department is very clear. The problem is very simple, people. Department also works on targets. Tomorrow, if department issues a refund of 4 crores, what will happen? It will show in his record, no, that this guy gave a 4 crores refund. What will this guy want to do? He'll be like, boss, I'm anyway getting transferred after 6 months. Might as well not give a refund. Let the next guy come and blame himself. Yes, so this guy will not get a refund done. And what will happen? You will have to wait for it. Now you have an order in hand. You know 4 crores is eligible. What will you do? Will you appeal for this 4 crores? No, you know it's a mistake only. No, you will ask for rectification. And if you know this, rectification takes 6 months. Rectification takes 6 months. So he was also smart. He was like, okay, pass a wrong order. Let him apply for rectification. I have another 6 months. And in that 6 months, I will leave. Let the other person come and take care. What will the other person come and tell? I just now joined that day. If I just now joined, immediately if I give 4 crores refund, something will go for my job also. So what will that guy do? He'll say, boss, when did you file rectification? 6 months earlier. To whom did you file rectification? That guy. It is not there in my file. Do one thing. File once again. You will file once again, wait for another 6 months. By the time that 6 months gets over, he will leave. Yes, this cycle will never end, people. That is the worst thing about income tax. I'm not sure who's handling GST, but I'll tell you. In GST, there is a rule. If rectification says 6 months, they have to pass it in 6 months. If they don't pass it in 6 months, the proper officer can be questioned. But in income tax, 6 months is a recommended timeline. Actually speaking, in the law, it is a mandatory timeline. But they don't care. They don't care. They're like, boss, 6 months from what? from when you apply. So what will he tell? You never applied only. You applied to him only. No, you didn't apply to me. Appo, when you apply to me only, I'll take 6 months from there. So what will he do? Every 6 months he'll come and say, beta, apply once again. Yes, so it never comes in your hand. That is the worst thing about income tax department. The reason I'm telling you this is because people, the 2006 matter I told you, which is pending with CITA. Yes, in that case, two things happened. One, issue, obviously. So CIT, I went for an appeal. Apart from that, I also had refund pendings, which I wanted rectification for. That matter is still 25 years over. That matter is also still pending. I've still not got my refund of 2006. Imagine money bar. Yes, that is how department works. Income tax department is very, very bureaucratic to that extent. Sometimes I feel GST department is better to that extent. Yes, no doubt, GST department is more corrupt. People in income tax department, 99% they will not ask money. I'm telling 1% idiots are there. But 99% department will never ask money in income tax department. GST department, you enter the office, you have to carry briefcase only. It's a mandate. Yes. So difference is there, no money, no benefit also. Here, money kurta, direct benefit. Yes. So that is what GST department has come to people, and it's a worst thing because if you notice, both the buildings are together. There is GST Bhavan, there is Aikar Bhavan. You go to Aikar Bhavan, he says, no money and all not required. I will not do anything also. You go to that office, and GST office is even worse. You've seen that building, no? Ayo, so smoky building it is. Only dust is there, nothing else is there. Building like dust matto is there. At least income tax department has now become a little more cleaner on the front side. For those who have gone to Aikar Bhavan, you know Aikar Bhavan has two buildings. Front side, back side. Back side is worst. Front side is very nicely made. You enter inside, full tiles and everything, on a big photo, one big murti and all they've put there. Yes, glass murti and all they've put. Amazing they've made it. Only because Nirmala ma'am comes only on top. She will come to front side, she will make a speech and she will go home. Yes, she will never go to the back office and all. Who goes there? Yes. So department is also playing face value. Simple, straightforward. Yes, worst things are happening in department, people. But these are all the fun areas. This is where you get more money. Because obviously, you don't charge client based on success fee. You charge client based on time and material. Which means everyone hearing you go to department, you will ask fees. Now, you know you went to department, nothing happened. But you went, no. Effort return. Yes, so you will ask your fees. Client is the one screwed here. Why do you care? You don't care. Yes, simple. That is what it is. Anyway, draft order is done. Full stop, continue. It says request for rectifications. Full stop, request for rectifications if any mistakes. Request for rectification if any mistakes. Yes, step number 22. People in 21, what did I do? I passed an order. I went for appeals and all later stages. Yes, but there may also be a possibility that the assessment which I did from a department side also they can make mistakes. Apo department later on realized I made some errors. I forgot to tax something more. In which case they have an alternate option to go for reassessment. They have an alternate option to go for reassessment. Section number 147 and 148. Yes, that is what we have as 147 and 148. The new section numbers are request for reassessment for income escaping assessment. Step number 22 is reassessment for incomes escaping assessment. Next line says revisions for erroneous orders. Revisions for erroneous order. People, I don't know the English. What is erroneous? Wrong orders. Yes, it's very simple. Who does assessment? Officers. Now, people, if an officer has just now cleared IRS income, he has been immediately given the job. Does he know income tax? No. Apo he passed some stupid order. The boss who's sitting on the top realized, you know, what the hell have you passed? You literally went and told assessee is clean. Are you stupid? There are some mistakes assessee has done, but you did not know because you don't have experience. At this stage, the boss itself will come into the picture and the boss will start a revision petition. Yes, the boss is called CIT. CIT is Commissioner of Income Tax. Then we have PCIT, Principal Commissioner of Income Tax, CCIT, Chief Commissioner of Income Tax, and then PCCIT, Principal Chief Commissioner of Income Tax. These are the authorities on the top. These people will then come down to the assessing officer and come and say, you passed some stupid order. Order is not asking for tax. I want a tax in the order. And therefore, we will start something called a revisionary proceedings. We'll start something called a revisionary proceedings. In the earlier law, it was section 263. Yes, so that was the revisionary petitions under the old law. Next line says block assessment. Next line says block assessment for search and seizure. Block assessment for search and seizure. What is search and seizure? Raid. Yes, for those who know people, now raid asks for a 6 years block. The moment a raid is picked up, you will now be picking up last 6 years ka data, and last 6 years together will be compiled together to tax you. That is called block assessment right now. That is what the concept has changed to. Yes. Next line says anti-avoidance. Next line says anti-avoidance for GAR. Next line says anti-avoidance for GAR. We discussed GAR. General anti-avoidance rules. Yes, if you have done some tax restructuring which is causing problems in India, I can refer the matter to a special body. The special body is called anti-avoidance rules, and then you go there and then they will start questioning you on other things. Yes, so that is what will happen. At this stage, you have completed all your assessments. Things have not come in your favor. You did original assessment, reassessment, revisions, GAR, block assessment. So many things have happened to you. You are now screwed. They are coming and asking for tax. You have two choices. Either pay the tax or go for an appeal. Yes, that is step number 23. That is step number 23, which is appeal to CITA. Appeal to CITA. Be careful, people. It is A in a bracket. It is A in a bracket. So it is appeal to CITA in a bracket / DRP. We discussed. You can either go to CITA or you can go to DRP. Now careful, I am using slash. Matlab, can you go both? Either of the two. If you're going CIT, you cannot go to DRP. If you're going DRP, you cannot go to CIT. That's the rule. / revisions. / revision. Basically a useless thing which is introduced in income tax, where they came and said the boss sitting, no, the PCIT and all. That boss will come and question the assessing officer when the assessing officer passes the wrong order. That same boss can also be approached from your side as well. You can also approach the boss and come and say, sir, you know what, your junior is there, no, stupid guy he is. Useless things and all he's making in the order. Useless things he's making in the order. You come and give a slap to him and come and say, make the order correctly. Matlab, you can also use him to your benefit. Yes, but again the same problem. People, who is he? Department guy. You think he will come and listen to me that his junior is bad? At this stage, he will come and say, who are you to come and tell? He will reject the order. Now, problem is very simple. If you go to CITA and you don't get a favor, you can go to ITAT. But if you go and approach the PCIT or the CIT guy and you don't get a favorable order, gone forever, no appeal further. Yes, that is why revisionary proceedings are there, but no one uses it. No one literally uses it, because the problem is if the officer does not give it in your favor, then it's a gone forever case. Yes, so it's there but not very recommended as such. Yes, so revisionary proceedings come from there. Clear? Yes. Next, people have completed CITA. Let's go. ITAT. Yes, step number 24. Step number 24 is appeal to ITAT. Step number 24 is appeal to ITAT. Good. I'm done with ITAT, people. Life is not nice. Let's go. Step 25. Step 25 is appeal to High Court. Life is still not good. Step 26. Appeal to Supreme Court. Appeal to Supreme Court. Yes, people, Supreme Court is also not giving favorable order. Nothing you can do. Nothing you can do. Yes, life stops here. Step number 27. Step number 27. Now, so many appeals and all you have filed, no, people. You have to make a final conclusion. So what will happen? The original order which was passed, after all these appeals and all is happening, has to be revised. That revisionary order is called giving effect order. We call it GEO. Yes. So step number 27 is receive giving effect order. Step number 27 is receive giving effect order. Full stop. People, can you settle off just by getting an order? No, whatever is pending, kindly full stop. Pay demands / receive refunds. Pay demands / receive refunds. Yes, last 3 steps. Step number 28. Step number 28 is a specific transfer pricing matter which we'll discuss when we get to transfer pricing chapter. Step number 28 is called secondary adjustment. Secondary adjustment for TP matters. Step number 28 is called secondary adjustment for TP matters. It's a very weird thing, people, but TP requires that if at all I have paid 100 rupees, department comes and says, no, you should have paid only 40. What will department do? Disallow 60. On the 60 you pay tax. No. Matter is over. No. TP comes and says, boss, how much did you pay? 100. 100 went out of India. I'm losing foreign exchange. How much you should have paid? 40. Apo, outside India 60 is sitting. No. Do one thing. Get back money. I want your group company to send back that money 60 because India is losing dollars. I don't want to lose dollars. Give me that 60 rupees back. Yes. Matlab here you're technically going to lose 2 times. 1. You have to pay tax on the 60 also. Second, you have to get back that money also. Yes, that is the bigger problem with transfer pricing. In transfer pricing, there is a huge issue. If the department does any TP adjustment, you're required to get back that money also. Yes, which is where you're going to lose 2 times, and therefore transfer pricing is the most riskiest area. One mistake from your side and you can lose heavy amount of monies. That is a bigger problem, because the problem is very simple. Understand, you got that 60 back, which means now you have got the 60 back, your life is sorted. But the other party had to pay you 60, no. In his records, what will happen? He will have to claim 60 ka expense, which means he will have to go to his tax authority and say, I had to pay India 60 rupees, so I want a refund. What will his tax authority say? Mudiyadappa, that is a problem in India, not my problem. Which means technically think, on that 60, I paid a tax. That 60 I got back in my hand. That 60 pay, he is also going to continue to pay tax, which means triple loss. Technically triple loss, no? Yes or no? Yes, that is how transfer pricing works. You have to be very, very careful on transfer pricing matters. One disallowance can cause a huge impact on you. Again, beautiful discussions on this will come to transfer pricing part. We'll discuss it later on. Yes, step number 29. Step number 29. People, everything is sorted. I've paid all my taxes and all. Department is still not happy. He's like, beta, tax and all is okay. Fraud you did, no? Give me penalties and or prosecution. Penalties and or prosecution. What is prosecution? Jail. Yes, penalties and or prosecution. Full stop. Continue. Apply for compounding. Full stop and continue. Apply for compounding. Apply for compounding. Hey, what is compounding? Anyone who's handled compounding? What is compounding? Anyone? Anyone? No, no, no. People, penalty is fine. You can pay it off. Jail is a problem, no? Imagine if someone sends you to jail just because you didn't pay tax on time. You are being sent to Tihar jail. Tihar jail, you enter the Tihar jail. There are 4 more people standing in front of you. They're coming and saying, what is your crime? You're like, sir, nothing, sir. Over 10 lakhs I paid short. For this, they're asking me to spend time in jail. You go and ask those 4 people, what have you done? They're like, I've done murder. 2 people I've killed. 1 is raped. Yes, think people. Do you think you can spend time with those kind of people in jail? Imagine, outside India, outside the jail, you are a fraud guy. Inside jail, you're not even worthy enough. Which means you're not respected both the sides. At this stage, you are little scared. No, you're like, boss, in the mari matters can all. If they're putting me in jail, I will be worried. At which stage, what will you do? You will try to plead guilty. You will go to the officer and come and say, sir, sorry, first last mistake. இதுக்காக jail எல்லாம் போடாதீங்க. I will give you something, kindly settle it off. Yes or no? Now people, giving is two ways. One, under the table, illegal. One is above the table. Legally you are allowed to give them money and avoid jail time. That money is called compounding. Yes, if you legally pay money to assessing officer and avoid jail time, we call it compounding. Yes, it's a very legal weird process, people. I don't know how they're accepting this, but apparently they are accepting it. Yes, it generally is given for all non-cognizable offenses. It's not given for cognizable offenses. Cognizable offenses matlab where you can be arrested without a warrant. If you can be arrested without a warrant, cases like murders and all, yes, there you will arrest without a warrant. That is cognizable offenses. No, sorry, it's ulta. It's ulta. When you're arrested without a warrant, that's called non-cognizable offenses. Yes, cognizable offenses can all, they'll be like, it's okay, pa, you pay money and you settle off thing. But rule is very simple. I'm only giving you prosecution, compounding once in your life. Once in your life. Don't come and every time come and say, sir, first time I avoided jail, next time and all slap only. Yes, I will itself personally escort you to jail only. Yes, so compounding only happens once in a life. You cannot do it multiple times. So that's compounding. You have done everything. Okay, everything is settled, demand and all paid. Compounding is pending. You now have some penalty pending. What do you need to do? Pay it off to them. Yes, that's the last step. Step number 30 is AO defines liability. Step number 30 is AO defines liability. People, when he's defined liability, your job is to pay. What if you don't pay? They will start recovery proceedings and attachments. Yes, full stop and continue. Initiates recovery and attachment. Initiates recovery and attachment for non-payments. Initiates recovery and attachment for non-payments. If you do everything properly, tax gets over. Tax gets over. This is the life of a tax practitioner. These are all the things that a tax practitioner should know about. And yes, if you complete these 30 steps properly, your CA final syllabus will get over. Yes, all chapters that we have discussed is covered in the CA final syllabus somewhere or the other. So if you notice step number 1, if I remember the book which I showed you, we started with basics. Basics, you know, residential status will come into picture. Heads of income will come into picture. Then we have administrative provisions like TDS, TCS, advanced tax and all those stuff. Then we have international taxation pieces, NR taxation, transfer pricing matters. We discussed all those places. Advanced ruling we discussed. Double taxation relief, I told you, FTC claims. Once you do all those things, penalty procedure starts. Yes, all penalties we have discussed here. Attachment proceedings we have discussed here. After all those things gets over, we went to international piece where we told GAR and all. Tax audit reports, forms and everything. Technically, if you do these steps properly, you will have all the answers. The reason why these steps help people is, if you open transfer pricing itself, transfer pricing will also tell you how to tax. It will also tell you where and all you should apply for advanced procedures. It will also tell you where and all assessment procedures will take place. So if you notice in one chapter, multiple things are happening, but they don't happen in the same sequence. These steps will now come and clarify when you should do what. Advanced ruling will happen first. Tax liability will happen at some stage. Assessment will happen at a very last stage. So which means you need to now properly understand where is your client standing. Is your client coming to you today without even starting a business? You'll start from the first. If the client has done all the nonsense in the world and is now coming and asking advices, you may probably start from step number 20. If the client has completed everything, is pending in appeals, you may start from 22. Yes or no? Yes. So this steps is my personal preparation where I feel this will really help you understand the logic a little better and you'll have a proper clarity on everything, so that tomorrow when you give him advices, you can understand. You don't have to give advices only from domestic piece. You can also give him advices from international models. Any doubts on this part? Yes? Good. I'll give you 10 people. Go read through it, see if you have any doubts and let me know. Let's take a 10 minutes break. Chalo, good enough. I think on that motivation, let's start the topic. I think from here, you're going to start a little bit of CA Inter and a CA final syllabus along with me. We're going to start basically in a different format. We're not going to go in the same pattern that we did, but yes, we majorly match everything. Yes, today we're going to start with rates of taxes. So I want you to look at your golden rules and tell me where are we standing. We're standing at step number 9 and 10, 9 and 11. I think we're standing at step number 9 and 11 because MAT and AMT will be discussed later on. So we are standing at step number 9 and 11. Yes. So you and I are going to discuss together what is the tax rates, people. Now, you majorly will know the tax rates because obviously you're all experts already. But there'll be some amendments which I have to discuss with you. So we're going to do that. Yes. From here, you're going to start writing notes with me just to get it more comfortable enough. So yes, the heading is going to be called tax rates. We are at step number 9 and 11. We're at step number 9 and 11. Shall we? Yes. Now, people, you've already done it in inter-syllabus, so I don't have to clarify this to you. But when you do tax rates, you technically don't have a common tax rate for everyone. The tax rate changes based on the person you have, based on the person you have. So the first person we have is very good. The first person that you and I are going to discuss is going to be an individual. But lucky for you, individual along with other people also have the same tax rates, which means have HUF. Then we have very good. We have AOPs, we have BOIs, and we have AJPs. All these people have a common tax policy, common tax rate system. Yes. Now, because you are in the first leg of things, we already know there are two regimes that you have to follow. One is old tax regime and new tax regime. Let's first talk about the old tax regime, people. Things become a little more sensible. Yes. Now, from an exam perspective, let me clarify. ICA might not use the word old tax regime. They generally don't tend to use the word old tax regime. They use different Englishes. Normal tax regime. Alternate tax regime. New Danda DTR. I'm in old tax regime right now. It's called optional tax regime. Yes, because that has become default, so this becomes optional. So there are three words that you're going to write down. One is called normal. One is called alternate. One is called normal, one is called alternate, and the last one is called optional tax regime. Yes. Now, first things which I want you to realize, people, is that ICA loves to play with English. For some reason, at some stage, ICA decided, let's forget CA final DT. I think students have understood DT. Let's start playing English. Yes. So ICA is now going to start giving you weird English. I want you to understand that first. Yes. I'm not writing it down, but it's for you to understand. Question will come and say, an assessee has wishes to pay tax under section 202. An assessee wishes to pay tax under 202. Am I going old? Am I going new? I'm going new. Second question will say, assessee wishes to opt out of 202. I'm going normal. Yes. Third question says, assessee wishes to pay tax as per normal provisions. Old. This is normal provisions. That is special provisions. Matlab, this becomes the normal provisions. That is why we wrote, no, first thing we wrote normal. So if the question says assessee wishes to pay as per normal provisions, they mean old. They mean old, they mean normal. Yes. Fourth question, the worst question ICA has ever asked in the May 26th question will say, assessee does not wish to opt out of 202. Assessee does not wish to opt out of 202. We are still in new regime. We are still in new regime, which means we are going 202. Yes, you could have directly written 202, but no. May 2026 CA inter syllabus, two questions came in exam. Both the questions says Mr. A does not wish to opt out of 202. Double knots are there. Double knots are there. So be very careful on how the regime looks like. Yes. So my simple request to you, when you start a question in exam, please always check for the last line. Please always check for the last line, because the last line will first come and tell you what regime it is. Take a pencil, mark that down, and come and tell yourself this is the regime to follow. Don't make that mistake in exam, otherwise it becomes a problem in exam. Are we clear? Yes. Now you are at a good position compared to CA inter students, because in CA inter what will technically happen is ICA will come and say, beta, this is the question, do both the regimes. But at CA final, they will never do that. In CA final, it will be either of the two regimes only. But the ICA will very clearly come and say, beta, either do this regime or do that regime. They will never ask you to do both the regimes, which is where you technically have a problem. Because when technically in inter people, when they ask you both the regimes, you are safer. You don't need to pick the regime. Both are going to be there. But in CA final, if you don't choose the regime properly, the whole question is gone. They will see the heading. Heading is in the wrong regime. They will strike off the whole question itself. So be very, very careful on that part. Yes, they don't care what you have written inside as long as the regime is wrong. Are we clear on this? Any doubts on this? Yes. Keeping that thought in mind, people, we are going to write this down. Normal, alternate, and optional regimes, you already know. We are going to split them into three. This brings from your CA inter syllabus. First is the other cases, generic cases. Yes, in the generic cases, what do I tell? From 0 to 2.5 lakhs, answer is 0 percentage. From 0 to 2.5, the answer is 0 percentage. From 2.5 lakhs to 5 lakhs, the answer becomes 5 or 10 now. 5 or 10 now. 5 percentage. It sits at 5 percentage. Then we go from 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs. The rate becomes very good. The rate becomes 20 percentage. And then we go above 10 lakhs. The answer hits 30 percentage. Yes. Now, one thing which I would like to clarify to you at CA final syllabus, ICA does not want you to write the slabs. They don't care. They don't care. Matlab, you are permitted to use shortcuts. You are permitted to use shortcuts, which means in simple words, you can write for the first 10 lakhs 1,12,500. How do you know? People, for this one, the answer is 0. For this one, the answer is 12,500. For this one, the answer is 1 lakh. Yes, this is a shortcut which is perfectly permitted in exam. You're allowed to do it in examination because 99% in exam, a tax rate in an exam will only carry 1 mark. So I say does not expect full formats out of you. So you can very well write saying up to 10 lakhs, answer is 1,12,500. For the balance, it is 30 percentage. Yes. Now I want you to notice Rahul has very carefully used the word others. Rahul has not used the word 59. Can you tell me why? What is the next slab? 0 to 3 lakhs. Whom does it apply to? Very good. It applies to resident senior citizen. Yes or no? Which means if I'm a non-resident, 75 years. Exactly. That's the understanding for you to keep in mind. Yes, which means the person who's sitting here is going to be a resident senior citizen. Is going to be a resident senior citizen with the slab changing to 0 to 3 lakhs. With the slab changing from 0 to 3 lakhs with the tax rate becoming 0 percentage. Matlab tax is basically 0. From 3 lakhs to 5 lakhs, I'm going on to 5 percentage, which means the tax becomes very good. The tax becomes 10,000. From 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs, I am hitting a rate of 20 percentage, which means the answer hits the same 1 lakh. It's not going to change. And then I go above 10 lakhs with the rate of 30 percentage, which means the answer is to be the differential figure. To be the differential figure, that's what the statement is. Correct? Yes, that brings me to the last slab, people. Easy enough. Last slab is for a resident super senior. For a resident super senior, the slabs are very simple. I go from 0 to 5 lakhs with the rate of 0 percentage. Then I directly go from 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs with the rate of, is it not 5? No. What is happening basically, people, is that income tax says, beta, as you move, keep merging regimes. Sorry, keep merging the slabs. Which means here, what did I do? When I went from senior to super senior, I basically merged the first 2 slabs. The moment I merged the first 2 slabs, it became 0, which means direct jump to 20 is the answer. A direct jump to 20 is the answer, giving me a tax of 1 lakh. Giving me a tax of 1 lakh, giving me the differential amount to be taxed at the rate of 30 percentage. The differential to be taxed at the rate of 30 percentage. Any doubts on this one? Are we sure? Yes. Question, people. When I said senior citizen, I mean age of senior is 60 and above. Super senior is 80 and above. A 60 and above when? TY next year. I should be 60 in the TY. I should be 60 in the TY. Apu, question is very simple. People, I am giving you the date of birth. You have to tell me the age. Date of birth. Yes, I am telling you. I was born on 1st June 1967. You have your calculators. Come on. 50? Sure. Tara. Tara. Confident facing 69 60 60 why 2020 it's 59 years. People person is the normal or senior? Normal or senior? Normal or senior? Normal citizen. Yes, notice he becomes 60, but not in the TY. He becomes 60 in the next year. He's becoming 60 in the assessment year or next year, basically, as we call it. Therefore, he is a normal citizen. Come on. I am telling 4th September 1966. Senior? Senior. Okay. I am telling 10th December 1966. Senior. Okay. I am telling 5th March 1967. Senior. 30th March 1967. Senior for one day. Sure. Okay. 31st March 1967. Senior. Normal. Senior. Chitesh, why?
He becomes senior at the time it was 4 o'clock.
Oh. Answer is senior citizen. Answer is senior citizen. That is why you have to understand people. The provision never says his age should be 60. The provision says the person should have completed 60 years of age. The person should have completed 60 years of age. Look very carefully. On 1st April is his birthday, which means on 31st March. What is his age? His age is 59 years, 364 days, 23 hours, 59 minutes, 59 seconds, and 99 milliseconds or 100 milliseconds. When 31st March got over, was it 99 milliseconds or 100 milliseconds? People, 31st March close ho gaya. 1st April has started. The moment 1st April started, it was 100 milliseconds. 100 milliseconds become 1 second. 1 second becomes 60 seconds become 60 minutes become 24 hours become 365 becomes. Matlab on 31st March when the clock hit, he was for 1 millisecond 60 years. He was for 1 millisecond 60 years, and therefore he is a senior citizen. He is the senior citizen. This is a Supreme Court judgment. This is a Supreme Court judgment which comes and clarifies a person whose birth date falls on 1st April is assumed to have become a senior on 31st March and therefore becomes a senior citizen. Yes or no? Yes or no? This is C into syllabus, people. Come on. After Supreme Court decision came into picture, Income Tax also released a circular and they clarified it in that circular. Yes, we also accept this position, which means a person who's born on 1st April is completing his age on the last day. Matlab, for your examination, a person on 1st April 1967 is 60 years. A person on 1st April 1947 is very good. 80 years is the right answer. Are we clear on this? Yes. Which means in simple words, we're going to write down saying resident senior citizen. In red pen says born. Born what? Born 1/4/1967 or before. Correct? Right side says born 1st April 1947 and before or before. Or before. Any doubts? Are we clear? Are we clear? Yes, these are the slabs given to you people. Now I want you to notice something. I have told a senior citizen, I have told a super senior citizen. My question is very simple. I have a HUF. I have a HUF. The HUF has been alive for 140 years. Which slab should I use? Why? 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 People, you know, senior only know. HUF is also like the elder since 19. This is a resident senior citizen individual. Understand, HUF is not a citizen. Upper citizenship only applies to an individual, which means technically the last two slab is only for individuals. That is why everyone else is sit in others. Are we clear on this part? Yes, very good. Now, you were telling me on the first day of the class that there is something called progressive regressive. Matlab, the higher your income, the higher your taxes. We need to justify that, no? Yes, so income tax came and told, my dear child, whatever numbers you're seeing here will only apply if you're a middle class person. Will only apply if you're a middle class person, which means you can also become rich or you can become poor. Yes, we're going to split this persons into a couple of categories. We're going to come and tell this person can either become rich or poor or middle class. नहीं, पहले rich नहीं, पहले poor always. I am either poor, I am either middle class, or I am rich. Or I am rich. People, if I am poor, what will income tax tell? My dear child, you don't need to pay any tax. Kindly claim rebate. Very good. Yes, so at this stage, I will come and say you don't have to worry about it. You can claim a rebate. Now, under the new Income Tax Act, the rebate is confirmed under Section 156. The rebate is confirmed under Section 156. People, if I'm a middle class person, do you see a problem? Will I give you any benefits? No. We are the ones who are always screwed. No benefits for you. Matlab, neither additional tax nor additional benefits, which means nothing for you. If you're on the right side, you're a rich person. I am going to levy. Very good. I'm going to levy surcharge on you. I'm going to levy surcharge on you. How does it work, people? If I'm a poor person, I am eligible for rebate. How will you give me rebate? Rebate will only be given to me if you're a old regime. I mean, income should be up to. Very good. Which means I will only give this to you if you are satisfying two conditions. One, you should be a resident individual having a what? Total income of 5 lakhs. You're a resident individual having a total income of 5 lakhs. So two conditions to satisfy, people. Please notice, you will not be given rebate for a non-resident. You'll only be given rebate for a resident. This is important at CA final because I told you have a special chapter itself called non-resident taxation. In non-resident taxation, I say I will try to give you questions relating to 4 lakhs, 2 lakhs and all. Please ensure you don't give rebate there because you're not eligible for it. If you're going to be a person with a total income up to 5 lakhs, income tax says, my dear child, I don't have a problem. Do one thing. Compute whatever tax you have. Compute whatever tax you have and then claim a rebate. And then claim a rebate. Rebate amount is or is 12,500 or actual tax payable, whichever is. Very good. Rebate amount is actual tax payable or 12,500, whichever is lower. But we have a small problem. Income tax has come and clarified under old regime. You cannot claim rebate on under section 11. Very good. You cannot claim rebate on under LTCG under section 112A. So I'm going to write it differently, people. Income tax will say it is actual tax minus section 198 gains. Let's put it as section 198 LTCG. Section 198 LTCG. Under the new income tax, 112A is now referred as 198. So that's the section number. Now, why have I written it this way, people? I want you to notice. Income tax basically told you what? I will not give you rebate on 112A. Matlab, apart from 112A, you can claim rebate on anything. So technically, what am I doing? I'm not even telling actual tax, because actual tax will have all taxes. In that, I'm telling do one thing. Remove the 112A tax, and whatever is left on that, you can claim rebate with a limit of 12,500. Yes. How will this work? We will do examples in the class. Don't worry about it. I'm just giving the provisions out to you so that you have a reference understanding. Clear? Yes, Arjun.
Sorry, I'm not able to recall this 112A provision exactly.
That's what. So we'll do an example. I'll basically come and tell you. The income tax basically comes and clarifies saying when it comes to old tax regime, you cannot claim rebate on 112A incomes. Everything else is eligible for rebate except for 112A. You are not eligible to claim any rebates on 112A. That's the rule.
Okay, got it, sir.
Okay, we'll do some examples. I'll give you some examples of. Yep. Okay. Yep. Any doubts? Good to go. I'm moving on the right side, people. Middle class has no problem, which means I'm now moving to the rich person. I'm now moving to the rich person. Income tax is beta. If you're rich, I now need additional tax from you. The additional tax is called surcharge. How do I do it? I will ask you, tell me what is your, very good, what is your total income? Based on that, I'll confirm your surcharge rates. Based on that, I'll confirm your surcharge rate. Hey, your total income should be more than, very good, your total income should be more than 50 lakhs up to 1 crore. Number is, very good, number is 10 percentage. Number is 10 percentage. Above 1 crore up to 2 crores, number is 15 percentage. Above 2 crores up to 5 crores, number was 25 percentage, and above 5 crores, number was 37 percentage. Number was 37 percentage. See if you understand. Yes, yes. Question. People, my income is exactly 1 crore. Surcharge rate is 10 now. My income is exactly 50 lakhs. No surcharge. My income is exactly 5 lakhs. Will I get rebate? Yes. Will I get rebate? Yes. So notice, यहाँ पे 5 lakhs is eligible for rebate, but वहाँ पे 50 lakhs is not liable for surcharge. The signs are very important, so be very careful on that. Any doubts on this? Are we clear? Are we clear? Yes, that's what the regime rules are. Yes, yes. After all this happens, people just be nice. Yes, Arjun.
Yeah, sorry, sir. Regarding the rebate, I had another small doubt. Say, in case I'm a resident senior citizen or a super senior, okay, then if my, so to a very small extent, my total income will cross the 5 lakh threshold, but my tax liability won't reach the 12,500 up
No
until a
rebates.
certain point.
No rebates.
Right?
The moment your income crosses 5 lakh rupees, I'm not giving you rebate. That's it. Full stop.
Okay, okay, I got it.
Which is why if you notice, there are two conditions. Condition number 1, you have to satisfy that you have to be a person with an income up to 5 lakhs. Only then can you claim a rebate. If you don't satisfy that condition itself, I'm not even bringing you to the scope. You automatically shift on to become a middle class person.
Okay, sir.
Yes, very valid question. I have some examples on that, people. Yes, I have some around 10 questions that you're going to practice along with me. We'll figure out the whole chapter from that. Yes. Now, people, if you've done all this properly, at some stage you'll have to add this. Very good. At all these stages, I will simply say add HND at the rate of 4%. I'll ask you to add HND at the rate of 4%. Simple, straightforward. That's see, one page we've written and we're done with the tax rates. Yes, these are the master charts that you're going to prepare for yourself just to read faster. Simple. See if you have any doubts. Here to go. Very good. People, if you have done with the old tax regime, I am now moving on to the new tax regime. I'm now moving on to the new tax regime. This is called Section 202 regime. Section 202, which is called as default tax regime. Which is called default tax regime. Anyone remembers? It was changed last year. It was changed last year. Income tax said, boss, let's make it simple. For every 4 lakhs, I will ask an incremental 5%. For every 4 lakhs, I'm going to ask an incremental 5%, which means I'm simply going on to come and say, let's go from 0 to 4 lakhs. Number becomes 0, 0, 0. Always start with 0, ma. That is your basic exemption limit. Yes, which means tax here will be 0. Yes, then I'm going from 4 lakhs to 8 lakhs. Number hits 5%. Calculator says 20,000. Yes, going from 8 lakhs to 12 lakhs, incremental is 10%. Number hits 40,000. Going on from 12 lakhs to 16 lakhs, incremental is 15%. Number hits. Very good. Going on from 16 lakhs to 20 lakhs, number hits 20%, nothing but 80,000. Last one is called 20 lakhs to 24 lakhs, number hits 25%, number becomes 1 lakh. And if you cross the 24 lakhs limit, the answer becomes 30%, which means people, if I have to give you a shortcut, if the number is up to 24 lakhs, tax is 3 lakhs, check. Yes, up to 24 lakhs, the tax is gonna hit 3 lakh rupees. Yes, so in exam, you have a very simple thing. If you see an income more than 24 lakhs, write 2 lines. Tax up to 24 lakhs, 3 lakhs, balance becomes 30%, and that's the answer for you. Simple, straightforward. Any doubts on this part? Yes, good. People, if you're in default tax regime, you can be poor here also, no? Yes, so how do we become poor? Same thing I'll ask. Either you'll be poor, middle class, or rich. Either you'll be poor, middle class, or rich. Is there a special section number for rebate here, or the same section number? Same section number. Last year it was 87A. Now it is called rebate under section. Very good. You keep practicing the new section numbers, it will get hung to you at some point of time. Yes, with rebate under section 156, rich becomes surcharge. Rich becomes surcharge. Again, the requirement comes in people. The requirement says you should be a, very good, you should be a resident individual with the total income of, very good. We were actually expecting that in the new income tax, they're going to modify these numbers, but somehow they just never did it. With the total income up to 12 lakhs. Yes, now I wanted to go up and tell me people, if my income was exactly 12 lakhs, how much tax I would have paid? 60,000. Upper rebate is also 60,000. Yes, and therefore the rebate also becomes rupees 60,000 or actual tax, whichever is low. Hold back, don't write down. Yes, 60,000 is enough. Have you written? Yes. Now, I don't know if you know this background, people, but there was a huge issue which happened in default tax regime. Anyone knows? Market trends? Anyone knows what happened in the market? No idea? No idea? No idea? I'll give a simple example. People in the past, what did we used to tell? We used to tell that in the old tax regime, you can claim rebate on anything except for LTCG under section 112A. Yes, the same rule was there in income tax DTR also. DTR also basically used to come and say if your total income is up to 12 lakhs, you can claim rebate of 60,000 rupees except for 112A. That is what the rule was. Yes, 2024, something went wrong. 2024, something horribly went wrong. When people were filing the tax returns for 2024, suddenly there was a date, people, I think it was 5th July. 31st July is the due date of return filing. 5th July, something very crazy happened. Until 5th July, everyone who was filing the tax returns, when they were claiming the rebate on the DTR scheme, they were eligible for rebate on everything except for 112A. Perfectly fine. Suddenly, 5th July, there was an update in the income tax return. People thought, okay, some bug and all they would have changed. They brought it back. They were like, okay, let's file returns. Funny thing, what happened? After 5th July, everyone who was filing returns suddenly stopped getting rebate on anything. They didn't get rebate on any income. No incomes were being eligible for rebate. They were getting rebate only on slab incomes. At which stage they thought maybe when they were updating the return, some bug happened. So what they did? They filed a request to CBDT. They filed a request to CBDT. They all sent a mail. The grievance portal is there, no? So in the grievance portal, they sent a mail to CBDT. They said, dear CBDT, we noticed that in the tax returns, the rebate is not being granted on any special incomes. We are only getting rebate on slab incomes. As per the law, you can only deny rebate on 112A. Matlab, I should be eligible on 112. I should be eligible on 111A. That was a rule which was asked. That was a rule which was asked. Income Tax Department, CBDT, classic grievance model. 10 days they hold it back. 11th day you get a response. What response comes? Dear taxpayer, based on our internal discussion, it has been assessed that you can only claim rebate on slab incomes. It has been assessed that you can only claim rebate on slab incomes, and therefore you are requested to pay the requisite tax and file the return. This is the response from Income Tax Department. Yes, people, are you going to sit silent? You as a CA, what will you do? You signed a second grievance, and this time you're not going to let it down. So what are you going to do? You now started quoting laws and all. So you in the provisions, now in the grievance itself, you're writing, dear CBDT, thank you for your response. We would like to clarify that as per section 87A, rebate is eligible for all income except 112A. As a CBDT, you are only allowed to make rules. You are not allowed to override laws. You don't have powers. You are ultra vires to your authority. Your jurisdiction has been violated. Kindly reverse the statement and prepare a new tax return where I am eligible for rebate. You sent a grievance. Took 10 more days. 11th day you get a response. Response says, dear taxpayer, based on our internal discussion, it has been assessed that rebate is not eligible on special incomes. You are required to pay your requisite taxes and file the returns. What happened? Same response. What did we think? We thought maybe they have not looked into it, therefore they sent a response. What did I do? I sent a reply. Dear CBDT, it appears that you may have copy pasted the previous response. Kindly look into my statement which is given here and provide a suitable response to this. 10 days later, you get a response. Dear taxpayer, based on our internal discussion, it has been assessed that you will not be eligible for rebate on special income. Therefore, please pay your requisite taxes and file the return. You got pissed off. 31st July has come. 30th July, this response is coming to you. What will you do? Will you not file the return? People, you have to file the return, otherwise late fee and all. So what did you do? You filed the return, paid the tax on the assumption that tomorrow you will file an appeal and get it. Funny thing, what happened? After these returns were filed, all CAs along with advocates decided, let's file a common PLI. You know what is PLI? Public litigation interest. Yes, you can file a PLI to the Supreme Court and High Courts coming and saying, sir, there is a matter which is pressing to the whole public at large. It is affecting the public at large and therefore we need a resolution. Matter was filed in Mumbai High Court. Mumbai or Delhi High Court, somewhere they were filed. Yes, Delhi High Court looked into the case. They came and said, boss, why are you filing PLI for this and all? Is someone's life at stake? What is the problem? Finance issue? Why don't you bring an expert first? I am at High Court. I only change laws. I don't look into legal matters and all. I don't look into technical matters and all. This is a technical issue. Bring a technical expert. PLI is rejected. They rejected the PLI. Advocates and all came and said, sir, but this is a matter pressing everyone. And if you notice, the people who are filing this case are not rich people. They are all poor people. A poor person cannot individually go and file appeal. That is why we filed PLI. High Court said, boss, that and all I don't understand. At the end of the day, any person, whether rich or poor, has the authority to file an appeal on his name. I want a specific person coming and filing an appeal. I don't want this gumbal and all standing in front of me. So therefore they said, okay, sir. One person was identified. In the whole list of individuals, one person got identified in India. His name was quoted in High Court. And they said, sir, this person is now filing the appeal. So they filed an immediate writ petition in 2024. They filed a writ petition. Somewhere in the month of September, High Court passed a favorable order. In that favorable order, they came and said, yes, CBDT has no powers to reject rebate on other incomes. They can only reject rebate on 112A. Therefore, the return is wrong. Ask everyone to revise the returns. Update the utility. Give them the benefit. Yes, this was commanded to CBDT. What should CBDT do? They should follow the order. They should follow the order. Yes. Immediately the judgment was passed, people. 3 months, nothing happened. They sit silent on it. Nothing happens. February 1st, 2025, budget gets released. Nirmala Sitharaman comes to the budget. The budget comes and says, I am hereby confirming that in the new tax regime, going forward, rebate is not eligible on any special incomes. Why? Don't know. Why? Because my child has been affected. Supreme Court has come and passed a judgment against me. I don't accept. You don't question my family. And Supreme Court only has powers until the law is the same. And the law itself is not the same. Yes or no? The law was modified. Law was came and said, I am no more going to give you rebate on special incomes. Only rebate will be granted on slab incomes. Yes or no? Now the problem is very simple. People, when was the budget released? 1st Feb 25, which means it is applicable for assessment year 26-27. It is applicable for assessment year 26-27. In 24, I filed a tax return for AY 23-24, which means I have 23-24, 24-25. Sorry, I have 24-25, 25-26 also pending. So which means now after Feb, July, I am going to file 25-26. What did I tell? Sir, amendment is only from next year. Current year return you should allow. Correct? No. Why are you talking logic and all? People 25-26 return, when it got released itself, did not allow rebate. Did not allow rebate. People went and fought the case. Again, they went and they filed a case to Supreme Court and High Courts. High Courts came and said, boss, allow the rebate, allow the rebate. Yes, but then the problem what was happening is one person was going and filing. That individual person was getting rebates. Everyone else was not getting rebate. Income tax never changed the utility till the last. Funny thing which happened is in the month of October 25, CBDT suddenly launches a circular. You know what the circular says? The circular basically comes and says, it has come to our attention that people are claiming rebate on special incomes. It has come to our attention that people are claiming rebate on special incomes and unfortunately are facing music because they have been asked to levy extra interest and extra tax because they did not calculate their advance tax properly. As a one-time safety measure, we are hereby confirming that if a assessee pays his taxes by December 25, we will waive off all the interest. We will waive off all. What is this basically coming and telling? Beta, you forget Supreme Court and all. You pay taxes on that. You pay taxes, I will exempt interest for you. Tax is definitely payable. Matlab circular now comes and says, Beta, who the hell is Supreme Court? Nanda CBDT. I am telling you pay tax. Forget Supreme Court and all. You have to pay tax. For 25-26 also it got confirmed that you have to pay the tax. You have to pay the tax despite Supreme Court despite High Court confirming that you are not eligible. Not eligible. Funny thing, people, yesterday only I saw my case law dictionary. Yesterday also one other case law has come in. The case law basically comes and clarifies that you don't have to pay tax on special incomes when you're eligible for rebate under DTR for 25-26. Which means even now people are winning the case. The only problem is one by one they're winning the case. And if you think about it logically, people, even if you're getting rebate, how much is the maximum rebate you're asking? 60,000. You're asking a maximum rebate of 60,000. Hey, you are going and filing appeals and all to High Court. What is the fees? What is the fees? You think you can go and represent in High Court? You need a lawyer. You need to file case and all. Advocate CA also is required because he has to draft the document. The amount you paid to High Court vis-a-vis the amount you're paying to Income Tax Department. Which is better? Which is better? People at certain stage decided, you know what, it doesn't matter, let go. And therefore, even now for 25-26, people have been paying taxes under the special cases. Yes. Now, yes, 26-27, it has been confirmed that you don't have to claim rebate. But the point is 24-25 and 25-26, you are eligible if you fight for it. Will you fight for it? This is what is happening in India right now. Unfortunately, people, Nirmala ma'am has come to a position where Nirmala ma'am is like, law will not change based on market requirement. Law will change based on department requirement. Which means if tomorrow my department loses the case in Supreme Court, I will change the law itself. Yes, this has happened for the last 3 years. I don't know if you're following the budgets, people, but if you focus on the last 3 years budgets, beyond the change of a law, one thing which is guaranteed change in every budget is court decisions. Yes, apparently what has happened now is in December, Nirmala ma'am will sit with this department. In December, Nirmala ma'am will sit with the department and come and say, my dear children, tell me from January to December, where and all did you lose? Give me the list. I will sit on the list. I'll be like, oh, loss change, loss change, retrospective changes. Yes, not even from now, people. Now, at least that law was brought prospective. Last Finance Act 26, I'll tell you all the amendments which came in, people. In Finance Act 26, we made 10 amendments. All amendments are retrospective right from 3 years ago. Which means they are literally coming and saying, Supreme Court passed some judgment. Yarani. Yes, doesn't matter anymore. They are literally making retrospective amendments, people, in order to violate all the decisions which is happening. Which means imagine me going and struggling with Supreme Court for 10 years to get a favorable judgment. And then one day this woman stands up and comes and says, whatever you filed is useless. Yes, that is the whole background of why DTR now says you cannot claim rebate on any special incomes. Matlab, now you can claim rebate only on exactly, which means now you're going to right now say this is eligible only on slab incomes. Yes, this is eligible on slab incomes, whichever is lower. Whichever is lower. See if you understood this. Clear? Clear? Yes. Middle class has no problem, which means I'm moving on to the right side. Nothing changes. Right side, may I say, from 50 lakhs up to 1 CR. Answer is 10 percentage. From 1 CR up to 2 CR. Answer is 15 percentage. And the one thing which Nirmala ma'am did very nice for Ambani and all was, they said the 5 crore limit is not there. They said the 5 crore limit is not there. Matlab, above 2 crores, everything becomes 25 percentage. Yes. So Mr. Ambani and Adani were favored really well, and they were basically confirmed after 2 crores, everyone paid 25. You don't need to pay the 37 percentage surcharge. We will stop you here itself. We will stop you here itself. Obviously, people, if you're doing all this properly, you have to add cess at the rate of 4 percentage. You'll have to add cess at the rate of 4 percentage. Any doubts? Are we clear? Yes, this is what your slabs are, people, when it comes to individuals model. Yes, you have DTR, you have ATR. ATR may, if you remember the slab is 0 to 2.5, 2.5 to 5, 5 to 10, above 10. Senior becomes 0 to 3, 3 to 5, 5 to 10, above 10. Super senior becomes 0 to 5, 5 to 10, above 10. Then I go and ask you, if you want to become poor, have an income up to 5 lakhs, get a rebate up to 12,500. Don't claim rebate on LTCG 198. LTCG 198. If you are in DTR, I will say for every incremental 4 lakhs, pay an incremental 5 percentage. Up to 24 lakhs, pay 3 lakhs. If you want to be poor in DTR, claim up to 12 lakhs of income with a rebate of 60,000, but only claim rebate on slab incomes. Don't claim rebate on special incomes. Don't claim rebate on special incomes. If you are in surcharge becomes 10, 15, 25 under DTR, 37 comes under ATR, and that's what the logic is. Any doubts on this? Are we clear? Yes. These are all your slab incomes, people. How do you calculate tax on slab? But we also have special incomes. We also have special incomes. That is what the next heading is. The heading is all about confirming what are your special tax rates. Confirming what are your special tax rates. Under special tax rates, what and all do you remember? The first special income we have is, very good. The first special income that we have is called capital gains. The first special income that you have is capital gains. People, capital gains that you know is of 4 types. One is short term of 2 types, long term of 2 types. Yes. So we are writing from the last. So it is long term capital gains under section 198. Long term capital gains under section 198, which resembles with 112A. which resembles with 112A. Matlab this is applicable on sale of
Share.
very good. Sale of listed shares. It is applicable on sale of listed shares, listed equity oriented funds, listed business trust units, and all those things. Capital gains chapter not relevant right now, but yes, this is the section. If you remember the tax rate, it was 12.5 percentage in excess of 1,25,000. Yes, so which means up to 1.25 lakhs, I'll say tax is 0. I'll say up to 1.25 lakhs, the tax is 0. After 1.25 lakhs, I'll tax at the rate of 12.5 percentage. Now, I'm assuming when you were in entered syllabus, this was,
1,10,000.
it was exceeding 1 lakh 10 percentage. Yes, it was exceeding 1 lakh 10 percentage. Now it is 12.5 for 1.25 lakhs. Yes, next one is called LTCG. People, there it was under section 112. This is 197. This is 197. LTCG under section 197. The tax rate is, earlier it was 20. Now it is 12.5. Now it is 12.5. Income tax decided. Let's make the tax rate same for both. Income tax decided to make the tax rate same for both. The logic was very simple. It moved from 10 to 12.5 and it came down from 20 to 12.5. That's the benefit income tax gave you. Yes, that is how the tax rates came into picture. Yes, next one was STCG under section 111A will now become 196. Will now become 196. People, your tax rates were 15 percentage. Now it is 20 percentage. Yes, so they switched and swapped. They took over the rate of LTCG. One more STCG you had. There was nothing called STCG 111. It was STCG others being taxed at slab rates. It was always being taxed at slab rate, which means it was never a special income itself. Do you have a section number for it? No. Do you have a section number in new income tax? No. Yes, which means there is no special incomes for short-term people. If it is short-term others, that is not a special income. That will move to slab rates. Be careful. Yes, so you will write down saying STCG others is a slab income. STCG others with a slab income. Any doubts on this? Are we clear? Yes, very good. Then we move on to people, any other special incomes that you remember? Very good. It's called winnings. It's called winnings. Yes. Now I don't want to quote the section number to you people, but just to clarify, this is now under section 194. All special incomes apart from capital gains have been clubbed into one section, which is called 194. And the problem in 194 is everything is given in tables right now, which means this one is called winnings as section 194, table serial number 1. You and I don't need to read that. Not important. Let it go. Yes, winnings are taxed at the rate of, very good. Winnings are taxed at the rate of 30 percentage. Winnings are taxed at the rate of 30 percentage. Next, what other incomes did you know? What is winnings then? Winnings is only lottery, people. Yes, winnings is called casual income, which is nothing but lottery, crossword puzzle, horse races, and all those stuff. All those get covered in a single shot. Earlier it was called 115BB. Now it is 194 table serial number 1. Next. Before that, one more. People like winnings. There is one more winnings. You don't know this? Okay. It was introduced about 2 years ago, people, because there was a huge problem coming in. Very good. There was a huge problem which was coming in. India suddenly started moving to gaming sector. A lot of influencers and all started doing gamings and all. And the bigger problem which happened is when they were playing this Dream 11, Rummy Circle and all, they were saying, sir, I do it as my profession itself. That is my core activity. Because I'm an influencer. My job itself is to play games. So I will sit on that YouTube, that chat and all I will do. People will start donating money and all. This is itself my business operation. At that stage, people started coming and saying whatever they were earning was taxable as PGBP. Matlab, slab. Yes, at that stage, income tax told, beta, whether you do it as a profession or not, at the end of the day, it is winning only. No. How the hell does it become a PGBP income? To make sure that that doesn't happen anymore, income tax introduced the new advancement of the law, which now became online winnings. Which now became online winnings. I think this, if I remember properly, is section 194, table serial number 3. Not 2, it's 3, probably, some nonsense. Yes, so this is online winnings. Same tax at the rate of 30%. It is same taxable at the rate of 30%. Clear? Yes. One topic which you did not turn it enter and you should probably know. We have another 30% in the law. Anyone? Random guess. Very good. We have something called VDS transfers. This was something which was scrapped off from CA inter syllabus, is only discussed at CA final. This is called crypto, BDS. Yes, virtual digital assets. Income tax says beta. This is technically a capital gains, no doubts. But because you're selling cryptos, I am not going to be taxing it at the general smaller rates. I want higher tax on this. Matlab this became 30%. This became 30%. Are we clear? Yes. Then came in your amendment of current year, the most important one, which is point number 5. As you rightly mentioned, it's called unexplained income. Which is called unexplained income. This is separately given under section 195. This is separately given under section 195. Now you read it as 60. You read it as 60. I told you already in the first class itself. The problem what happened is very simple. If you were having black money in India, you were paying tax at 60%. But you were having black money outside India, you had a special act called Black Money and Imposition of Tax Act 2015. And that act was saying pay tax only 30%. Apo India was indirectly coming and confirming, keep assets outside India, tax at 30. You keep assets in India, tax at 60. Which means we were literally promoting sending money outside India, which became a problem to FEMA. At that stage, Nirmala ma'am and FEMA decided together, you know what, let's standardize the process. Current year amendment with the green pen people is 30%. Current year amendment with the green pen is 30%. Any doubts on this? Yes. That leaves me with last two, which you have in your CA final. Has never been tested in examination, so not very critical, but I'm putting it out to you. One is called tax on transfer of carbon credits. Tax on transfer of carbon credits. Anyone knows what is carbon credits? Ever heard about
That the country's
country or factory?
factory, and then country owns, and every factory has carbon emission limits, and if they don't exceed it, they can sell it off.
Very good. Yes, carbon credits is basically a concept, people, where what happens is every factory has a specific restriction. You don't want to pollute India so much. So every factory, when you establish yourself, you need to get a carbon emission certificate where they will confirm saying a factory can maximum emit this much carbon. Yes. Now imagine if my factory is not working at full capacity. What may happen? My certificate is getting wasted. At this stage, what can I do? My fellow factory is probably having a good production. That guy will come and say, sir, the certificate which is given to me is not helping out. I may need a little bit more. Now, technically, people, everyone is given a factory certificate based on overall emission. So whether I use it or he uses it, the answer remains the same. At which stage that factory can approach me and can come and say, dear Rahul, your factory is not working at full capacity. Your emission certificate is not fully utilized. Can you lend your certificate to me? Can you lend your certificate to me? People, I will lend it for money. I will not give it for free. Obviously, this is my intangible asset. So when I'm lending him money, I get income out of this. This income has been given a special tax benefit treatment of 10%. This has been given a special tax benefit of 10%. You can tax it 10% and you can let it go. Matlab, income tax is literally promoting people selling their carbon credits. Yes, and that gives me the last one, which is point number 7. Point number 7 is royalty on inventions of India. Royalty on inventions of India. Here is India coming and saying, if you are a scientist who has invented something in India, you should have not invented it outside India. If you have invested something in India and that is earning you royalty, you can tax it at a concessional rate of 10%. You can tax it at a concessional rate of 10%. There are some rules, people, here. Rule number one, invention should have been made in India. Matlab, income tax has a requirement saying 90% of the expenditure should have at least accrued in India. Yes. Second, you should be the first and the true inventor of it. Matlab, patent should be in your name. It should not be a case where someone in foreign country has already invented it. You are copy pasting it. Now, just because the patent has not been registered in India does not mean you are the first inventor. Income tax will say, beta, no one else should have ever found it out. This is the first person finding it out. Only then will I give this benefit. Only then will I give this benefit to you. That is the benefit given to you. If you do it properly, you will get a tax of 10% on this. That is what the rule is. Any doubts on this rule? Yes. So these are your special incomes. Foreigner, resident. Yes, a resident person has to be taken up. That is what the rules is. Now that rules are not important, but I'm showing it out to you so that you understand it properly. These are the benefits that we wrote, people. Yes, benefits are short term, long term, long term. We have virtual digital asset. Oh, this is table serial number 4. Yes, then we have winnings, table serial number 1. Online winnings is table serial number 5. I don't understand. When winnings is 1, they should have been 2, no? They both look the same only, no, technically. Why is it 5? Some logic. Yes, then we have 3, which is carbon credits. Then we have unexplained income, which is a separate section 195. And then we have the last one, which I told table serial number 2, which is your royalties on inventions. Notice the conditions. Condition says it will only be given to resident persons who are true and the first inventor of a thing, and the name of the patent should be yours. Second, I should be having at least 75%. It's not 90, it's 75. 75% of the expenditure should be incurred in India. Opting for the concessional rate is optional. This one is not mandatory. Matlab, you can choose to tax at slabs. You can choose to tax at slabs. Now, why would you choose 10%? Very simple, smaller rate. Why would someone choose slab? If it
Then basically solution limit are the limit of the
then he's not even eligible. So I'm telling you, why would a person choose this one even if he's eligible? Like, I don't know if you remember this, people, but in your inter syllabus you would have learned something called chapter 6 deductions. And in chapter 6 deductions, you had a deduction called 80 RRB. There was something called 80 QQB and 80 RRB, royalty on books, royalty on patents. Which means if you choose 80 RRB, you can claim a 3 lakh deduction. Which means a person will choose the slab when he prefers 3 lakh deduction. If he does not want the 3 lakh deduction, he can choose 10%. Yes or no? So the choice is given to you. Either you want the deduction or you want a smaller tax rate. It's your choice. It's your choice. And then finally it says, when a person opts for concessional regime and wants to opt it out in the next 5 years, you cannot opt for the next 5 years. I've seen this somewhere. Very good. 44? AD. Very good. Presumptive business. If you remember, in a presumptive business, when a person is in presumptive business, he should choose presumptive for 5 years. If he chooses to opt out, he cannot opt in for the next. Copy paste logic. Copy paste logic. And one other advantage this section gives you, people, is that if you are opting for this concessional regime, MAT provisions are not applicable. You don't need to pay MAT on this, because if you remember, MAT rate is AMT rate is 22. That is special regime. AMT rate is 18.5. MAT rate is 15%. Current year amendment is 14%. From the current year, MAT rates are 14%. Matlab, notice, if I am at 10 here and then MAT says pay 14, I'm like, hey, then what is the point of giving me 10 when you're asking me 14 itself? Aditi income tax payment said, no, beta, you choose 10. 10 is the final answer. Don't pay 14 and all. I will leave it there to you. Yes, that is what the benefits of this section is. Any doubts on this section? Are we clear? Yes, yes. Tell me, people, winnings are 30. Online is 30. With virtual digital assets 30. Unexplained income 30. Section 197. देख के बोलता है. Section 197 is 12.5. It's a very simple thing. People start from 198. 198, 197, 196. Simple. 198 is 112A, 112, 111A. How you remember LTCG? 112A, 112, 111A. Same sequence. So 198, 197, 196. 197 is 12.5. 198 is up to 1.25 lakhs. It's exempt. After that is 12.5. 196 is 20%. Carbon credits go for 10%. Royalty goes for chance is optional. Chance is optional. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? What is the minimum? What is the slab tax number of DTR? Up to 24 lakhs. 3 lakhs. Up to 10 lakhs for a senior citizen. 1 lakh? 10,000. Up to 10 lakhs for a super senior citizen. 1 lakh. Up to 10 lakhs for a normal citizen. 1 lakh? 12,500. Up to 10 lakhs for a non-resident age 78 years. 1 lakh 12,000. Very good. Rebate amount for a non-resident under ATR. Rebate is because very good. Rebate is 0 because it's a non-resident. Rebate for rebate for Hindu undivided family of age 70 years resident, because poor person can only be an individual. You cannot have a poor person on a HUF level, so not allowed, which means rebate is as such given only to individuals. Very good. Yes, people, if my total income crosses 2 crores of 2 crores 25 in both above 2 crores is 25 in both. Above 5 crores is 37 in ATR, 25 in. Very good. Yes, every class this session is going to happen, people. We are going to have quiz sessions on every class so that you have a proper understanding on everything. Is there any doubts on the tax rates? Are we clear? Yes, these are the tax rates for your syllabus, which means tomorrow's class we are going to do. Yes, read this and come, because tomorrow's class we are not allowed to see this. Yes, I'll directly give you the question. You have to directly practice the question and then we do it forward. Any doubts on this part? Are we clear? Yes. Before I close for today, one small question to you people is that when you do slabs, you find out income. When you do special incomes, my question is very simple. Can you claim expenses? On winnings, can you claim expenses? No. On unexplained income, can you claim expenses? No. Which means there is one simple clarification I want you to do. People, this special incomes can be split into 3 buckets. Bucket number 1, incomes which income tax likes. Bucket number 2, income tax says okay, still not clear on it. And 3, income tax does not like at all. I want you to look at all the incomes and tells me which incomes income tax likes. Very good. Income tax likes capital gains and therefore the rate is smaller. Which income tax is still doubtful? Why are they doubtful? It is VDA. Very good. The one which income tax is still doubtful is VDA. Why? Because right now income tax thinks it's illegal. But Nirmala ma'am is still planning it out. As you know, RBI is planning for crypto. Have you heard about this? RBI is planning to make its own cryptocurrencies, people, so that it can regulate. Matlab, today income tax thinks it is a bad thing, but in the future it may become good thing. Which means income tax is a little confused. Everything else income tax does not like. Now, I wanted to keep that thought, people, because it's going to help you. Question, people, I want to claim expenses. Will income tax give me expenses in CG? Very good. It will give me expenses in CG because income tax likes. Apo, can you claim cost of acquisition? Yes. Can you claim transfer expenses? Yes. That's the answer. Coming to VDA, income tax is still not clear. And therefore, income tax says, beta, VDA, if you make profit, give me tax. Make profit, matlab, I will allow expenses. What expense am I talking about? Purchase cost. I will allow you a purchase cost. Yes, which means I will allow you the purchase cost. But any other things, will I allow expenses? I will say no expenses allowed, pay me full tax. pay me full tax. Are we clear on this? Yes. Second question, people, can capital gains have losses? Very good, because income tax is okay with it. Can VDA have losses? Yes, but here income tax said, I do not trust it. Because you and I both know people, crypto at one point of time was skyrocketed. And at one point of time, people went rock bottom. Which means income tax said, beta, if I start giving losses and all, everyone will claim. Which means VDA pay losses, not allowed. Apo income tax is saying, beta, income hua to tax. Loss hua to your loss. I will not take share. I will not take share. Unexplained income, can you have loss? Why? You never claimed expense only. Where is the loss? Hello. People, winnings, can you have loss? Expense claim palana and loss. Correct, not correct. Which means your losses are not allowed. Correct. Yes. 3. People, I have PGBP loss. I want to set off against capital gains. Will you allow? PGBP loss, I want to set off against capital gains. Will you allow? Think. Rules of PGBP says any PGBP loss can be set off against any head except, very good, which means restriction is only on salaries. Can you set off against CG? People, no problem. No, anyway, income tax likes it. Can I set off losses against VDA? Answer kadiyadu. Can I set off losses against others? I pay. Not allowed at all. Definitely not allowing it to you. Ayana. Yes. Question. People, can I choose not to pay tax in special? CG. Can I choose? I will say, boss, I don't want to pay 12.5 now. Let me pay slab. Because anyway, it's better for me. Can I choose for VDA? Can I choose for others? No. Everything is mandatory except for royalty. Royalty is concessional. Royalty is concessional. Ayana. Question. Can I claim chapter 8 deduction against capital gains? You know what is chapter? Chapter 6 deduction. Chapter 8 deduction. Can I claim against CG? First, people, chapter 8 has a specific rule. When you start the chapter itself, the first line will come and say, chapter 8 is only eligible for slabs, which means even CG is out. Even CG is out. That's all there in the next page. We will write that notes in the tomorrow's class and then only we'll do some. Don't worry about it. I'm just clarifying things out to you. Any doubts on this part? Question. Can I claim rebate under ATR for CG? I want rebate under ATR for CG. Can I claim? Yes, I can claim except for 198. Very good. Can I claim rebate against unexplained income? No. Can I claim rebate against unexplained income? No. Answer is yes, you can. Read the line. You only wrote it. What did you write? You wrote total tax minus 1128 tax. Total tax matlab total tax. Now you may ask, Rahul, how is this possible? Hey, think, no, people, even if you're doing illegal business, if you're not able to earn 5 lakhs also out of it, what will I tell you? I'll be like, poor admi. How much illegal are you doing? You think it's affecting me? What will I say? No problem, my child. 12,500 only. No, here, take. Balance, you have to pay penalty anyways. Correct, not correct. Yes. Can I claim rebate? Yes. People, can I claim rebate against winnings? Think. Answer is yes, you can. Look very carefully. All taxes are included. Matlab, you can claim rebate on winnings. This is one thing people never learn from CA Inter. One problem which everyone thinks, Rahul, no, how can you claim winnings pay rebate? You can, because it allows for every rebate except for 198. Except for 198. Hayana. Yes. Question. People, will I apply surcharge on winnings? Yes. If you are rich, you have to pay tax on everything. Will I apply surcharge on capital gains? Yes. But you might have learnt it in inter syllabus. I have a restriction. I cannot cross 15%. How does that work? Tomorrow's class discussion. Yes. Matlab, your surcharge will get restricted to 15%. I will not let you levy surcharge more than 15% on your capital gains, and very good, dividend income also. That is also not levied more than 15%. Correct, not correct? Yes. People, surcharge rate on unexplained income. Can you levy surcharge? Income tax does not ask you to levy surcharge. Income tax says there is a flat number. A flat number of 25% has been notified to you. Income tax says, beta, if you are earning unexplained income, I don't care what your number is. Even if you are earning only 1 lakh, even if you are earning only 10 crores, everyone will only pay 25%, which means unexplained income has a defined number. The defined number is a tax of 30, a surcharge of 25, and a cess of 4, totaling up to 39. So which means unexplained income, you can directly say 39% full stop. Earlier it was very good. Earlier it was 78, now it is 39 full stop. That is the answer for you. Any doubts on this part? Yes. Every other incomes also will be levied surcharges, people. No restrictions whatsoever. Yes, that is how surcharge works for you. Any doubts on this? Are we clear? Yes, that is what is written here. It says, can you claim expenditure on capital gains? Yes. On VDA, only cost of acquisition. Others say no. Can you set off losses? CG will say yes. Others will say no. Can you carry forward losses? CG will say yes. Others will say no. Can you claim chapter 8 deduction? Income tax says no for anything. No for anything. I can only claim it against slab incomes. What is this benefit of basic exemption limit? Tomorrow's class we will discuss. And you might have remembered it, but I will show it to you any case. Yes. Then is opting for the rate optional? Answer is no, except for royalty. Rebate can be claimed on every income except 198. Except for 198, you can claim on everything, which means VDA also gets rebate, winnings also gets rebate, unexplained also gets rebate. I will grant it to you. I will grant it to you. Surcharge rates for CG will stop at 15. Everyone else will say, take whatever you have. You can take 25 also, 37 also, except for unexplained income, because unexplained is stopped at 25%. Any doubts on this? Yes, this is your tax rates, people. Tomorrow we do some 7-8 questions and you complete the chapter accordingly. Any doubts on this? Are we comfortable enough? Yes. Yes. Chalo. Let's come back in tomorrow's session and we have some sums discussed. Please revise this and come for tomorrow's class. Yeah. Thank you everyone. Have a good weekend.